Welcome back to my YouTube channel, besties. Join me for a live regroup with some coffee going over the Juliaag111 legal case where we saw she was served on her live stream over the weekend. We're going to be covering a lot of topics, what she's responded, what she's said since. We're going to go into a little bit of the case and share just regroup. I do have some things to cover. Before we get started, welcome. Thank you to everybody that was patiently waiting in the chat. I am going to pin, as usual, our link to become a baddie to support my live streams. Or if you want to start out our live stream with the first TTS, just like we did last week, I'm going to be hosting a special barista giveaway on Friday for all of you that send in tips with a minimum of $10. Each $10 will go towards a giveaway for the barista of your choice. This week, we have the original barista, and I have the Valentine's barista as well. Both of these will be up for grabs on Friday's giveaway, just like we did last week. Any $10 tip will get you on the wheel. You can send in your tips through Venmo, Zelle, TTS, and Super Chats. Hello, buenos días, ¿cómo están? Also, do you guys have your coffees? Because we have a lot to cover. We are live simultaneously on YouTube and TikTok, but eventually I'll shut down TikTok and we'll just roll over to YouTube. Okay, there's a lot to cover. It was a very eventful weekend. A lot of stuff was happening. I don't even know where to start, but let's regroup really quick for those of you that may have missed it on Friday, where Juliaag111 was served on her live stream for a legal case that I have helped Yesenia in filing in Travis County. Did all of you have time to catch up on the service? If not, let me show it to you now. I'm going to start out the live with the first gut punch. Our constable did not take video of her service. I know. I was super, like, I was this close to charging that shit back when he told me that. Because when I put in my request for service, I put it in the order details. I reiterated that to him in the email that I sent him confirming what documents. And finally, he got back to me on Sunday and he told me that they don't do video or audio of their service. So I told him, well, you should have said something, because that was specifically the reason why I hired a constable instead of the court constable being the one to do the service. Yes. Thank you, Agua Penguin. Thank you so much, bestie. She just sent in a $9.99 super chat, and you're going to be the first one on our list for the barista giveaway. Belinda, or Marie, sorry, I thought it was Agua Penguin. Mary. So yes. Hi, bestie. Thank you so much for the super chat. Appreciate both of you. You both are on for Friday's giveaway. Okay. So look, I know we're going to take some L's in this case, okay? At some point, we got to take an L. We win some and we lose some. But I still think it was a huge W to get her reaction on the live stream. So at the very least, we were able to obtain that. Unfortunately, he wasn't a constable like the one that helped me with Walter's case, where if you guys remember, that video went viral when I had Walter served for child support. So there are constables that will record service and get you the video. This one didn't happen to be that, and he didn't tell me until service was already processed. So we'll have to settle for what we obtained, which was the visual of her getting served on her live stream. So at least we got that, and that is enough for me. Honestly, that was the live stream was fucking priceless. I think that the only thing we would have seen in the video was her face, what she would have said. I don't think it was very long. She was at the door with the constable. But yeah, they definitely fumbled the video on that. So I'm still deciding if I charge that shit back as service is not received, because WTF. Anyway, let's move on. Torta! Bring out the ring camera, bitch. I know you got that shit on video. Tell Torta we are summoning the ring camera footage. I know she's got it on her fucking ring camera. So yes, we win some and we lose some. But you know what? Let's play it again. So for those of you that maybe weren't here, let me recap it. And this live will likely be available for public replay, because I'm going to cover some things that I think are pertinent. So first, let us go back to Friday. If you were on Friday's live stream, I did not plan for this to happen on the live stream. It just ended up working and it happened. I actually was covering very just random topics. So let me just do a recap for those of you that missed the service. This is Friday afternoon when Julia was getting served by the constable. And then after this, we're going to cover what she has said since. I'm going to show you how she's been in the trenches since Friday.
It is giving sophisticated lesbian. Like, it's giving a lesbian with taste. Because, yeah, I see it. I do see it. And I'm going to tell you why. Because her house is very nice. I think it's very different from her family. They're not like, she's not into the, like, fucking white on white, you know, modern. She's, it looks very nice. But I'm going to tell you one thing about a lesbian, bitch. I'm going to tell you one thing about a lesbian. A lesbian always going to have a green thumb. And that bitch looks like she has a nice outside area with her trees, with her plants. But I will say, I understand where people are saying she got a lesbian house because it's very nice. She has very good taste. But the colors are off. To where, like, a woman... Oh, shit. Who this are?
Right here. That was a loud ass knock.
Oh, so we knock on my door.
Okay, so she gets up. I showed the receipts on Friday of the timestamp of when she was served. We did already file the proof of service into the case. So 5:19, it was 7:19 where she was at, but the person recording this was in a different time zone. Mind you, I was live while this was happening, okay? So you know it's not me up in there. She's got a lot of spies in her. I will tell you, she has a lot of members that are subscribed that don't fuck with her. I received tons of DMs over the weekend from her members only of everything she was posting that I'm going to show you next. Like, there's people that are subscribed to her that are not her supporters, that are just screenshotting and like looking for any opportunity to throw her under the bus, which is how I was able to obtain this. It's how I was able to obtain the receipts that I'm going to show you after this, to show you how deep in the trenches she's been ever since she got served. The knock on a door got me scared, and it wasn't even for me. That was very much a police at the door type of knock. If you ever had the police at your house, you know exactly what that knock sounds like. So she takes a minute to come back, which tells me that she likely did spend some time reading over the documents. Report to GoFundMe, lovely. I cannot see the appeal of why people watch Julia. It's people that look just like Julia inside and out. Yeah. I hope she found a lawyer pro bono. Pro bono lawyers in these cases are typically for the victims, the petitioners, not for the respondents. She will not find a pro bono lawyer as a respondent in a protective order case. I can promise you that. So there's been a lot of speculation over the weekend. I saw a lot of people commenting, a lot of people creating content that don't have the full context of what the case is even about, and that's okay. I'm not here to clear up any rumors on the case. I may put... Oh, hold on. Let's wait.
Sorry, y'all. It's because my upstairs neighbors are moving. It's taking a while. I don't like it. Why? What happened?
Why? What happened?
No.
No. It's fine.
It's giving Elliot a page. No. It's my neighbor. No, you're fine.
It's the sip of air for
They're
me.
moving. And I had told her that I would take something.
Did you guys notice that she took a sip of air from her coffee mug?
Coco was like, who the fuck is that? It's the fucking neighbor. I think Gato sent us. No, I know. I was like, wait, did she send something? No. It's my neighbor.
So she was joking around as if one of her followers had DoorDashed something, which is probably why she opened. She thought somebody DoorDashed or something. So she ended up just fucking straight up lying. Nancy, thank you for purchasing a GoFundMe.
Nancy Sparza 7715 has purchased a membership. How is her GoFund going?
We're going to get to the GoFundMe. Just let me chronologically get there, okay? I promise we'll talk about it. So I just wanted to recap the service, what happened on Friday.
You're making us nervous. No, everything's fine. They're moving. Dude, yesterday, cuando fue? Yesterday, the day before, they were hella fucking moving furniture, bro. Like, hella moving it. And I thought that they were like, because y'all know que a veces agarran. And I was just like,
So she made up an entire lie on the spot about how, oh, it was my neighbors, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so let me show you what she's told her following since that service, okay? So first she tried lying about the service, and then I obviously blasted her and dragged her to hell all over TikTok and YouTube with the receipts that she was actually served, right? So eventually she was feeling so much pressure that she made a post on Saturday where she said, besties, I know you might all have a lot of questions and I hope to answer them eventually. For now, I hope we can continue with our bestie lives and keep the good vibes going. I love you all. Thank you for supporting me and being a bestie. The schedule will look a little bit different for the rest of the month, but I'm excited to start baking with you. Hopefully July, we're able to go back to our regular scheduled lives. See you Sunday, besties. Right? So she had a live planned for Sunday. Okay. I want to show you guys the fucking switch up, the back and forth, the internal struggle she's facing right now. So after that, she decided to double down. And because there was so much content going around about her getting served, she decided to acknowledge it and said, besties, it's giving meet and greet. June 25th at 8:30 a.m. If anybody would like to come support, I would appreciate it wholeheartedly. And we can grab a bite or coffee after. Right? So she has now referenced this court proceeding as a meet and greet, which, by the way, the judge is gonna fucking love this. Okay, when this got sent to me, I said, pobre pendeja. Pero bueno. So she starts to talk about the case. She's making funnies about it, okay? Then she decides on Sunday to schedule an entire live where it's titled, Let's Talk About It Served. It's members only. It's scheduled for 5 p.m. On Sunday, right? So we thought, oh, how interesting. This is going to be great. She's finally going to talk about it, right? She's making jokes about it. At first she said, you know, the calendar might look a little bit differently. Then she says, we have court. Let's do a meet and greet. Then she says, let's hold a live stream. Let's finally talk about it, right? And what I thought was funny is that she opened up her live chat the way that we have been doing since last week. Something that her follower that sent me all of this, I asked her, since when did she start to do live chats? Because we literally just started that last week, me and my besties. And she said, this is the first time she's done that. She's never scheduled it ahead of time like you've done. We just base it off the calendar. Okay. So one thing about Julia is she's been taking notes from me since 2022. Okay. So she starts making... 2 seconds. Hold on. I'm getting a phone call. Bookmark me there. Bookmark me. Okay. Anyway, so we back to the live, right? So she schedules this live and they get in their group chat. And mind you, this is after Yesenia had dropped her GoFundMe over the weekend, right? So she opens up the live chat just as we've been doing as of last week. And something that really caught my attention is that she starts talking shit about Yesenia's GoFundMe. She said, it's giving cooperacha right here, right? So she starts trolling Yesenia in the live stream, talking shit about the GoFundMe. Everyone's hyped up, waiting for the live to start. And then suddenly, 10 minutes before the live is supposed to start, she cancels. And she says, besties, I'm so sorry to say I can't go live. What I can say for now is that I have a court date this month. I am taking it seriously. But because the matter is pending, I won't be discussing while I navigate this. The lives will be canceled until further notice. I understand if you need to take a break from my platforms, it is a lot. For my besties who stay and support me with your membership, I am so grateful. You are my family, my sisters, my primas. You're not just my supporters, but my besties. I miss you all so much. Our membership goes beyond chisme. We have really connected and bonded through our stories. Please be patient with me after the 25th. I hope we can go back to our lives and catch up. I still love you. Okay, so she cancels everything, right? Which I just thought that was really funny coming from this. Hold on. I just thought that was really funny because I remember once upon a time, there was a bitch that said this.
Let me just say something real quick. You mad you met your match, huh? You thought, babe. They thought. Should have known. Like I said, I don't know where they got that from. Like, oh, this big bitch is gonna get in the corner. No, bitch, I'm windmilling that hoe. I thought I was gonna be like, no, oh my god. Not the Utah thugs coming at little old Texas me. Y'all thought Utah was gonna punk Texas, bitch?
It's not giving windmilling that hoe. This is not giving I'm windmilling that hoe. This is giving you're in a fucking corner being quiet now. It's just energy is not matching what it was on the live streams, right? And then, so adding insult to injury, she canceled her live streams for an entire month. Mind you, these are paying members that have just been told no more lives until after court. And then this morning, after trolling Yesenia and calling it a cooperacha for having GoFundMe, Julia decides to drop her own GoFundMe. Okay, Julia says, besties, I am humbly asking you all to share my GoFundMe. I have shared so many over the years. You know which one you didn't share, Julia? Was the victims' families of the people that your brother murdered. You remember them? You actually even blocked them. A lot of GoFundMes, but the ones that you didn't share were actually the GoFundMes of the victim's family that your brothers murdered in cold blood. So much that they had to come to me and I had to share. And our platform is the one that raised money for your brother's victim's family. I wonder why you didn't take up that cause under your wing. Anyway, so she says, I have shared so many over the years and I never thought I would have to make one myself. I want to get this over with and go back to our besties' lives as soon as possible. Thank you all. I miss you all so much. So which was it? Because first you were calling it it's giving cooperacha and then you dropped your own cooperacha. Now this is crazy work because Julia has been claiming this soft life like she's got it like that. If you go to her TikTok, you see nothing but Louis, Fendi, Prada, Matcha, Pilates. I don't gotta work, soy mantenida. But your man don't got a $2,500 retainer? Let's check out her GoFundMe. Now, mind you, she did drop this GoFundMe after Yesenia's GoFundMe took off, and Yesenia's GoFundMe has been doing pretty well. Yesenia was able to raise over $1,000 in a matter of 24 hours, and she's been getting not only a lot of support on her GoFundMe, but she's also been getting support from other creators on social media. So let's look at Julia's GoFundMe really quick. And let me... Now, her choice of picture is really interesting to me. All right, so she's raised $530 as of this morning, and this is what she told her people. I'm currently involved in a legal matter that requires me to obtain representation and prepare a defense in court. This case involves allegations that I dispute, and I intend to fully participate in the legal process and present my side through the appropriate legal channels. I appreciate all of the love and support, besties. If you're unable to donate, sharing this fundraiser is greatly appreciated. Who are you going to share it to? Because remember, everybody on English FYP can't stand you. So she's had about 22 people donate. Now, we did do some research. It is actually against GoFundMe guidelines to fundraise for any acts revolving harassment, stalking, or violent crime. So her trying to get legal fees to defend herself in criminal matters or any matters related to stalking and harassment is not allowed on GoFundMe. So what we're doing is I have already posted on my member wall asking you guys to report.
$10 cheese Maybachs. Tora doesn't have Unisoft live at all. I reported her GoFundMe already.
Yeah, so I'm going to show you guys quickly what you should be using to report. Okay, so if you scroll down, you're going to click on Report Fundraiser. We're going to click right here. So if you're a donor, you can request a refund. If you're a beneficiary, you can report a refund or a fundraiser if you're owed funds. Or you can report a fundraiser only. So we're going to click here, Report a Fundraiser Only. And this is where you're going to fill out your personal information. Give me just 1 second. Thank you, bestie Paulina.
At Paulina 4287 has just tipped $19.99 through Super Chat. Mendnitas did Texas.
Mantenidas de Texas. Okay, I see you. Thank you so much, bestie. Okay, so once you fill out your personal information and you scroll down, do you know the fundraiser organizer? Yes, we know her pretty well. How do you know the fundraiser organizer? You guys can go ahead. I've already filed my report and I put something different in here, but you guys can say, I know her. I know the organizer by way of social media. Content referencing. Her content referencing this fundraiser. We're going to be an individual concerned. Which best describes the situation? This is where you're going to select. Oh, I'm involved in a legal dispute with the fundraiser. That's a good one. This is what Yesenia needs to select. Actually, let's go ahead. We're all going to be Yesenia, okay? We're going to click on I'm involved in a legal dispute with the fundraiser organizer. And this, give me 2 seconds. I had something prepared. No, you need to be, the verbiage is important. Don't just put online bully. So give me a second. Let me type something up for what you guys are going to put or something similar.
To our sent $1.99 cheese Maybox. Baby, won't you come my way?
Baby, won't you come my way? Thank you. Okay, hold on. For fundraising for which violates guidelines. A simple message to GoFundMe. Okay, here's what I'm going to put in the reason for the report. Okay, I would like to report a fundraiser that appears to be raising money for legal expenses related to an ongoing legal dispute involving allegations of harassment and stalking. Based on my understanding of GoFundMe policies, fundraising to support the defense of conduct that may involve harassment, abuse, or other harmful activity may be inconsistent with platform guidelines. I respectfully request that your team review this fundraiser and determine whether it complies with terms of service and prohibited conduct policies. Doesn't have to be verbatim, something along those lines, and then you submit the claim. And there we go. So those of you that are interested in helping report the GoFundMe, I'm going to go ahead and drop the GoFundMe link. You guys can take some time before, during, or after the live, and that is how you would report it. I had a few of you ask me on our member wall how you could go about reporting. Here is the link. I just dropped it into the chat. Be specific with the verbiage of why you're reporting. Specifically cite the, cite the violation of guidelines that specifically state fundraising for legal cases involving harassment, stalking, and any type of abuse is not permitted. So that would fall under what she's doing, because in this case, she is the aggressor. Regardless of her disputing the claims, this is a case that a judge has decided to go forward. Let me tell you a little bit more about the case. This is a request for protective order. This is a civil dispute. This is not yet criminal. The only thing that Yesenia is asking is for a protective order to be issued so that Julia has to leave her alone. That's it. She's not asking for money. She's not asking for anything unreasonable besides an order from the court to direct Julia to stop stalking and harassing her through ways of her social media, including threats that have been recently made to expose explicit content of Yesenia, threats that have been made involving firearms. Okay? So we're really not asking for much. She's not asking her for money. She's not trying to take her to court for any money that Julia has made off of this behavior involving Yesenia, her image, her family, none of that. She's really asking for just the bare minimum, just to be left alone. Okay, so for Julia to be getting on here and making it seem like she needs help fighting this, Yesenia's just asking to be left alone. She's not asking for anything crazy. So Julia's pretty much fighting that she's going to be ordered to leave Yesenia alone so she can continue engaging in the same pattern of conduct of harassing and all this crazy shit that you guys have seen for years. I'll remind you that Julia is the same person that created the rumors about it, that these husband having an affair and a secret child. She's the same person that went after Wendy Ortiz. She's the same person that was trying to get me targeted by organized crime. She's the same person that has gone after a lot of women. And she's the woman that's now threatening another woman with posting explicit videos of her that I don't even know how the fuck she got a hold of them or why they would be in her possession to begin with. Okay? So she's not suing her. She's just asking for the court to intervene so that Yesenia can be left alone, so that she doesn't have to deal with this, because it has gotten progressively worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. It started out with TikTok beef. I've seen a lot of people on TikTok talking about this isn't bullying. You guys don't even know the basis of what the claims are. Okay, but there's a big difference in getting on social media and going back and forth with a creator talking shit about someone. That's not entirely unlawful, but there are things that have crossed the line. There are things that have been done, and Julia has committed felonies. So in the state of Texas, if somebody is committing a felony against you, you can get a lifetime protective order against them. Okay, so this is going to be the base for Yesenia to be able to protect herself. And this can turn into a criminal case depending on how far Julia wants to push this. So Yesenia is not asking for anything unreasonable besides to just be left alone. And she wants an order of protection from the court that will protect her, her family, and her child from the crazy shit that Julia has been doing. She wants the court to intervene to restrain Julia from continuing the pattern of behavior that has progressed over the years, so much that she has gone to the extent of Venmoing her, Cash Apping her, to humiliate her and continue contacting her despite Yesenia blocking her on every avenue possible. That's going to be fun to explain to the judge. So Julia getting on here now and making a fucking GoFundMe is diabolical, when wasn't she throwing out some change to Yesenia? Isn't this the same girl that was Venmoing Yesenia, talking about soft life when we were live streaming? What happened? I thought you had it like that. You had it like that so much that you had money to throw away to Yesenia to humiliate her. And now you're going to get on here and you need help to defend yourself against the allegations that you dispute. Social media is a witness to everything she has done. She did that shit. Okay, so now what she's doing is she's competing with Yesenia.
99 cents cheese mailbox. Well. How the turntables.
So thank you, Chio. What she's now doing with that GoFundMe is trying to compete with Yesenia. That's what that GoFundMe is. And she wants her followers to pay for the fuckery she's been doing. I think it's crazy that in that GoFundMe that she even had the nerve to ask her followers to cover the legal fees for the fuckery that she's done. Okay? Now, I can explain to you why Yesenia has a GoFundMe. Yesenia lives in the small town in Zacatecas. She does what she can to provide for her family. Okay? They have limited resources where they live. So it shouldn't surprise us that she doesn't have $2,500 tucked away for unforeseen legal fees because this woman woke up one day and said, I want to torment Yesenia and I'm going to threaten her with fucking explicit videos if she doesn't do what I want her to do. If she doesn't shut the fuck up, whatever her reason is, okay? So, but mind you, Julia has no kids. She ain't got no job because she has it like that. She's been flaunting fucking designer bags. She's been throwing change to Yesenia to humiliate her. So much that she was sending her $100 Venmo talking about, I hope you and your man. Let me show you actually. Let me show you some of the receipts that she'll have to answer to in court. But remember that she had it like that so much that she's the same person that was over here Venmoing for free, Venmoing to humiliate her. So she's made it seem like she's got it like that. So how the fuck did you have money, $100, to throw away on Yesenia just to humiliate her on a live stream? But now you're on here asking for fucking a cooperacha, as you called it, for your legal fees? Right? Remember this? Remember the fucking, where's the other one that she recently just showed? The one that she recently sent when we were live streaming together, right? And it's not once, it's multiple times where, look, for your coffee, para tu cafecito, enemiga. What happened? I thought you had money to throw away like that. You had money to harass people with. You don't have $2,500 to cover your own legal fees? Or is it possible that you do have it, but you'd rather make your following pay for it? Is it possible you actually do have it, but you refuse to come out upset over this and you want your following to pay for it instead? And that's really what I think it boils down to. I think she might actually have the money. I think she just doesn't want to touch any of her own money or Jacobo's money when she could make her audience cover it. And then remember, she loves to talk about scammers, right? She loves to talk about scammers and who's scamming who. If you got money to throw away like this, I know you got money to cover $2,500. But why would you when you can scam your audience out of it, right? Why would you pay for it when you can make your following pay for it? And that is what I think your followers should think about a little bit more. You got that money. Trust you got that money. We don't. Remember, you're the one that told us that Yesenia's broke. You're the one that's always told us how broke she is and how poor she is. Y que vive en pobreza. Well, yeah, that's why she needs a little bit of help. But what's your excuse for needing help? Because you got it like that. You're shopping fucking designer in New York City, but you don't got $2,500 sitting around. Those Pilates classes? What's going on? Interesting. And then remember, she does great on Facebook. She does great on TikTok. She does great everywhere. So where is the money? You know what I think this is? I think her GoFundMe is another way to try to intimidate Yesenia. I think it's another way to try to compete with her. Because one thing about Julia is she is obsessed with Yesenia. She cannot see her doing better than her. And she se está revolcando right now, seeing the amount of support that Yesenia is getting. So let's go look at Yesenia's GoFundMe really quick. And it is no coincidence that she dropped it after Yesenia dropped her. Okay, because Yesenia dropped hers on Sunday. And then all of a sudden, Julia drops her Monday morning. That's not a coincidence, y'all. That's just her, again, trying to compete, trying to make it seem like she has support, trying to make it seem, oh, damn, not Yesenia at 1,600. That was quick. Yeah, it looks like you got a ways to go, Torta. It's looking like Battle of the GoFundMes, because to her, that's her way to try to make it seem like she can outdo her too. I believe that's her way to try to intimidate Yesenia into, I'm gonna get my people to go against you. I'm gonna have my people pay for my attorney, type shit. So Yesenia's GoFundMe gives you a lot of information to what she's needing help with, and she breaks it down specifically that she needs help with covering. Thank you, Bestie. She needs help with covering international travel expenses, lodging, transportation, preparation and organization of evidence and exhibits, legal doc prep and filing expenses, legal consultation and hearing prep, process, service, and other court-related costs. I want to be very specific that this does not reference attorney's fees, okay? So I think it's important to be very specific of what you're fundraising for, and which is why we've been very detailed into what we're fundraising and the dollar amount that we need for that. So the way you can work against Torta is by supporting Yesenia. Or at the very least, flag that fucking GoFundMe. And her GoFundMe is relatively new, Torta's. I do believe with a mass amount of reports, it should get flagged. Torta having her people pay her fees just like Jimmy with the HOA. Oh my God, yes! Absolutely yes. Absolutely yes, because why should your following have to pay to defend the atrocities that you've committed? We've all seen it. We've all seen it, okay? We've all seen how far she goes, and it's not just with Yesenia. We saw it with Itati, we saw it with Wendy, and we saw it with me. This is a pattern of behavior. She has built her platform off of doing this to other women, and I'm glad somebody has finally put a fucking cork in her, okay? Because she's fucking gagged right now. The bitch is gagged so hard, she's too scared to even get on the fucking live stream. And I want you to notice how she was going back and forth from, oh, besties, we're going to be able to go on with their lives. Okay, let's talk about it. Oh, sorry, I can't go live. Cancel till the end of the month. That bitch is she's in the fucking trenches, swinging back and forth, not knowing what the fuck to do. And I can tell you one thing. She's going to have a hard time finding an attorney in Travis County that wants to take on a PO with that short of notice. Not saying impossible, but I guarantee you, she's been on the phone all fucking morning. Let me tell you why. Because even I had a hard time finding an attorney that wanted to take on a PO from the victim side of the fence, okay? They are busy. They are booked and busy in Travis County. Good luck finding an attorney to pull up for you on that short of notice. Good luck. Paulina, thank you so much. She just abandoned me $20. She said, we're the real Mantenidas here. Actually, yeah. You guys are. You guys are, yes. Hey, look. We're writing to inform you that your comment or message has been removed from GoFundMe because it violates the terms of service. Torta, not you reporting my Torta Bowl comment on Yesenia's GoFundMe. Okay, hold on. It says, specifically term 9.1, which prohibits use the services to transmit or otherwise upload any user content that infringes any intellectual property. You do not have the right to upload under law, contains software viruses, spam, chain letters, pyramid, contest, sweep. Oh, you are mad. You are mad about my Torta Bowl comment on Yesenia's. Is it gone? Oh, yeah, look. My Torta Bowl comment got flagged. No, I didn't make it GoFundMe. Oh, you bitches are mad. You don't like us calling it the Torta Bowl, Torta? What do you mean? It's like the Super Bowl. Tell me you're mad. Tell me you're mad, and you can't figure out what the fuck else to report that y'all are reporting my comment I left on Yesenia's GoFundMe. Torta. Damn, streamer battle royale. Yeah, so I have been trying to find legal representation. So we have some options because Yesenia is the victim. There are some legal aid clinics that take on cases for victims, not for respondents. So Julia would not qualify for any type of legal aid as the respondent in a protective order case. She will be forced to hire a private attorney if she so wishes to. I've been trying to see what I can do to help Yesenia find some low cost to maybe even free representation for the hearing, so she's not out too much money. But yeah, that's Torta Boys, Torta in the room with us.
3 has purchased a membership.
By the way, Torta Travis County streams public. Well, I'm sure the judge will be pleased to know that whatever audience shows up on the hearing date is going to be thanks to Torta's meet and greet invitation that we'll make sure the judge is aware of. Okay. When Torta decided to post this, I just know she did this without running it by an attorney. Okay, so the reason Torta has decided to go quiet is because she's taken my advice that I've Obviously, Yesenia hasn't talked about the case. I'm the one talking about the case, right? So when Julia posted this, turning this shit into a meet and greet, oh, she fucked up. This is what tells me she has no legal representation. Nobody with any type of real legal advice would have posted this shit, because now you're going to have to explain. So if and when random people show up to the hearing, if the Zoom line is full of fucking viewers, we're just going to make sure to revert back to this exhibit here that the respondent went as far as to extend a public invitation to her very large platform and reference this hearing as a meet and greet, where she wanted to meet and greet the same audience that has been harassing the victim. My. That's going to be real fun to explain. She's just not the brightest crayon in the box. But I'm sorry, but the torta bowl getting flagged is taking me out because why do you care about me calling it the torta bowl? Meanwhile, Yesenia living her soft life, playing battles on TikTok. Sorry, torta. No, yeah, she's making a mockery of the court hearing. This is not gonna go well for her. She's making a joke at it, which is why then she tried to clean up and say, "Oh, besties, I'm sorry. I'm taking it serious. I'm not going to be doing any live streams. We're going to cancel everything until July." Right? She went from this to this. Se le hizo así. Así lo trae ahorita. In her fucking pantry right now. Yeah, it's giving meet and greet. From meet and greet to, sorry, I'm taking it serious. We can't go live the rest of the month. You can go live. What happened that she's so scared to go live? Because she could easily go live the same way she continued her live stream on Friday without mentioning shit. And she could talk about her fucking baking plans. She could talk about how she wants Jacobo to get his dick sucked by somebody else. She could do what she's been doing. Why isn't she going live for a month? I guarantee you that bitch got fucking checked by her man. I guarantee you someone checked that bitch at home. Explain to me how you went from this to this. It's giving... O te calmas o te calmo, or and I'm leaving your ass. Okay? How you go from this to this? That bitch got checked. Yeah. Yep. It's not giving you run the pants. It's giving somebody told you to shut the fuck up until after court. Where her besties were saying in the post, "I'll be there in spirit." Well, we hope they at least show up to her GoFundMe. Her GoFundMe se están tardando. Julia, how you gonna ramp up GoFundMes if you can't even go live? All right, let me see. It's been sitting at 5:30 for a minute. How you gonna ramp up your donations if you can't even talk about it? You gotta do something. You're gonna have to re-strategize. Also, notice she made her GoFundMe for $2,600. Yesenia's is for $24. Let me tell you something. An attorney to take on a PO case, because it's like a mini trial, is not charging $2,600. They're charging at least $5,000. I know because I've shopped around in the area. This is symbolic. The amount is symbolic. She has to do a little bit better than Yesenia. That's what this GoFundMe is. She's competing with Yesenia.
$4.99 cheese Maybachs. Seen a video where she says she has got to get to work. No more soft life.
Thank you, Mucho. They scheduled a court date rather fast because these matters are typically violent in nature. There's a whole process set up for protective orders because there's a reason people need protection, right? So typically this is the route that people go when they're experiencing domestic violence, stalking, things of that sort. So there's a system set up for these hearings to be held rather quickly, sometimes even issued within days, right? So our case is a bit different. Most of the stalking has happened through social media. There hasn't been any physical violence yet, and usually the cases that have physical violence are the ones that move pretty quickly, like this. And sometimes they even issue emergency orders before we get to the hearing. The judge reviewed our case, and she found enough to host a hearing. The judge could have denied it right off the bat and said, this is not grounds for a protective order. She didn't. She pushed it forward. She did say this is not grounds for an emergency restraining order based on what we presented, because what's happened has happened on social media pretty much, right? But the judge did look at her claim, and it tells me that she decides there's enough for there to be a protective order if she pushed it to the next stage. Right, so that's why a hearing was scheduled. I got to select the hearing date. We chose the hearing date. We were going to push it a little bit farther just so we had some time to prepare. So she had some time to prepare because she does have to travel. So it could have been issued in a week. It could have been issued in 2, but we also wanted some time to prep. So an attorney is gonna take at least $5,000 for a case like this, a private attorney, at the very minimum. So again, her amount of $2,600 tells me she just needs to one-up Yesenia. That's what this is. So she's taken money from her following just to compete with Yesenia. It's not because she doesn't have it. It's not because she's actually has an attorney that's going to take her case for $2,600. It's Monday. She hasn't scored a fucking consultation yet. She hasn't even gone to the courthouse yet. Okay, so what she's doing is taking money from her audience to compete with Yesenia. At least you guys know that Yesenia is in a position that needs help. She doesn't make a lot of money. She sells sushi. She earns in pesos. She has a family to provide for, something that Julia doesn't have. Like, Julia don't even have fucking kids. What's your excuse for not being able to cover your own legal fees for the fuckery you're doing? You don't even have fucking kids to provide for. You see what I'm saying? Like, you out here spending that money like nothing, so much that you got money to throw away harassing people. Like, imagine, look, I'm a stingy bitch when it comes to money. Okay? Imagine being willing to throw away money just to harass someone, from $10 to $100 to the fucking cash app she sent her, which was like 20. Imagine being this fucking mentally ill. Like, I don't even like to gamble. Okay? I don't even like to gamble. But you'd be willing to throw away money to harass somebody. That is crazy work you're going to have to explain. And then to get on here and say that you don't got money for your own shit. That $100 you sent to Yesenia to troll her would have done you real good right now. Maybe you could ask for a refund. Actually, I think she did refund it. Imagine flaunting like you got it like this, and then you fucking end up like this. Stand with me with the legal challenges. Bitch, the title to that should be fucking something else. Because legal challenges, more like help me defend me being a fucking stalker. Yeah, look, you gotta admit to it. This was coming from somebody that got a fucking stalking injunction against him because I was stalking some bitch slashing her tires. Okay, you just gotta admit to it. Just take it. Like, it's really not, it's a civil case. It's a civil case that's gonna order you to stay the fuck away from somebody that doesn't want anything to do with you. That's all it is. Just take that shit. Save the money. Go fucking buy a gastric sleeve. Go buy some teeth or something with that GoFundMe money, and just to agree to leave the girl alone. And te está yendo bien, mind you, okay? She could be asking a lot more. She could be taking you to small claims. She could be taking you a lot more places. All she's asking is for you to fucking leave her alone. You want to fight that so bad that you're out here asking for, what you call it? Cooperacha, right? I don't know. It's not looking good, Bessie. Someone's looking like in the fucking trenches. And the fucking catfishing... Yeah, the picture she chose was diabolical because that is not what you look like, bitch. That is not what you look like. Take the filter off. It should say, help me because I FAFO is what that title should say. Hey, TikTok, meet us over on YouTube, okay? Annie, I love gambling. Not me. I hate losing. Actually, I just gambled over the weekend. I entered a raffle for the pink Starby Bear barista and I lost 1,800 pesos and that shit hurt me. Okay, I can't imagine throwing it. Like, it's just one thing to like spend money on something you want, maybe even enter a raffle, but to throw money away like this just to harass and humiliate somebody is crazy work. And then to get on here and be like, I don't have my own money. I don't have money for my own shit. I thought you had hundreds. You had Benjis you were throwing at Yesenia, and all of a sudden you don't got money to cover your fucking retainer? And let me find out you're donating to yourself. Okay, let me find out you're donating to yourself just to make it seem like you got people to fuck with you. Okay, I'm side-eyeing all these anonymous. Okay, I'm side-eyeing all these bitches in here. donating to this because what? This bitch wrote a lot of checks she couldn't catch, and now she's asking you to cover them. Y'all are crazy. Remember, it'd be different if like it was backwards. But I think Yesenia's in a place to like humbly ask for help because she didn't start this shit. I didn't start this shit. Itati didn't start this shit. Wendy didn't start this shit. Who starts this shit? Julia. Finally, someone had enough. She went a little too far, and now Julia needs her platform to bail her out. Isn't she the one that has spent years humiliating Yesenia for being poor? For not having the means, for living in a little house, for living off this. Like, I've seen her talk so much shit about Yesenia and her living situation, what she does for a living. Isn't this the same woman that's been humiliating somebody else for how they get their money, and now you gotta come on here and ask for some handouts because you wrote checks you couldn't fucking cash? Let me remind you guys. Let me remind you who's on this fucking GoFundMe right now, okay? Let me take you down memory lane real quick. Let me show you why she's here.
What I would love to see is how her and Pug look. Like I need to see what he's gonna wear. I need to see what she's gonna wear. I just know. Okay, let's go predictions on the dress. My predictions is it's gonna be strapless, and her boobs are gonna be out. That's all I know. That's all I know. That's all I know in my heart of knowing this fucking skonka is gonna be strapless and titties out because those are her best features. So yeah. And I think it's from Shein. I do believe it's from Shein, so it is going to give a little see-through. But that was my prediction. Yeah, y bien fajada. She's going to be pulling the top up every 2 seconds. Dude.
Hey, this is wild work for somebody that didn't even get a real wedding and had to hurry and marry somebody to save them from fucking deportation. This is crazy work from somebody that's never even shared their own wedding pictures, and I wonder fucking why. Crazy work from somebody that probably couldn't even fucking fit into a wedding dress.
Bessie, there is no aisle, and it has a slit. Black bra, I'm calling it. Es lo que hay. Es lo que hay. She's gonna pull some chickens in the flower bouquet and raise them. Oh, you know, con la espaldota como la mía de luchadora. No, ya abajo de peso, ya abajo de peso. Hay que darle eso, sí, ya abajo de peso. Yeah, those are my predictions. But good, like, okay, like I said, happy for her. I think that, if she's genuinely happy, cool. Like, I think it's good for her. I think it's good. I think that, I feel like after tomorrow, el pueblo va a estar en paz. The hair, I have no idea what they can do with that. Straight up. Because curly hair is really, here's the thing. Healthy curly hair is hard to make.
Like, this is the type of shit she spends. Like, Yesenia is her content. Why is she trying to fight this? Because what is she gonna sell behind that paywall if it's not her talking shit about Yesenia? Because up until recently, she's about to sell Yesenia's explicit videos that she's in possession of. Right? So, however will she get her money if she can't talk about Yesenia for hours and hours and hours and hours? Okay, so this is the type of shit that got her where she's at. And crazy that she's over here with, I dispute the allegations that we've all witnessed on social media. What are you disputing? When the fucking videos are there? What are you disputing when it's you with a fucking phone holding up Yesenia's picture in her house and her child and her family? What are you disputing when you're tagging her directly? How the fuck are you disputing these Venmo payments? Did somebody hack your Venmo? You crazy bitch? Okay. Did somebody hack your Venmo? Or who sent Yesenia these unsolicited payments? You know? When she says, I dispute the allegations, well, these are it. You dispute the receipts? It reminds me of like when she was trying to dispute the receipts that came out about the hate campaign. The Diet Coke. There's no diet over there. There's no diet. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have any sympathy for where she's at right now. And her dropping a GoFundMe is diabolical. Like the fact she had the nerve to 1 day prior to dropping her GoFundMe trolling Yesenia and calling it a cooperacha, and now you're over here doing the same thing. Now she thinks because she didn't hold that live stream, maybe we weren't going to have the receipts of her talking shit on Yesenia for doing the same thing she's doing today, but we saving those motherfuckers in real time, Torta. I am very intrigued on the the way she switched from wanting to host an entire live stream to talk about it to suddenly canceling. I'm really intrigued at the way we went from this and talking shit and let's call it a cooperacha, and she was gonna host one of her regular lives where she's dragging Yesenia. She went from that to it's giving scaredy. It's giving not standing on business. Not standing on business. This is not giving windmilling that hoe. Again, one of my favorite videos I like to reference when somebody actually matches her energy is this.
Let me just say something real quick. You mad you met your match, huh? You thought, babe. They thought. Should have known. Like I said, I don't know where they got that from. Like, oh, this big bitch is gonna get in the corner. No, bitch, I'm windmilling that hoe. I thought I was gonna be like, no, oh my god. Not the Utah thugs coming at little old Texas me.
Well, that's who was knocking on the door on Friday. Tortalona.
Y'all thought Utah was gonna punk Texas?
And we did.
Bitch.
Oh, we did. We definitely punked Texas. Tamu lawyer from Utah. Deported Tamu lawyer. She punked. Yeah, I got my leg back. I did. Texas does not sound like this. Oh, damn. Who just donated $300 to Yesenia? Love that for her. Yeah, I just don't think you're going to see the same level of support. And let me tell you something. Whoever's supporting her Torta's GoFundMe is simply supporting it out of trying to compete with Yesenia, not because they actually fuck with Julia like that. Her people that have donated so far, they're literally just trying to catch up to Yesenia's GoFundMe. And I think it's actually pretty childish. I think it's such a way to exploit her audience and her own personal fucking bullshit she's got in there to try to make herself feel better than Yesenia. You're not, Torta. This has got to be a reality check for you that no one fucking likes you. Okay? People are happy to see this happen to you. People all over the comment sections of all the content that's been created on this are happy someone's finally fucking sticking it to you and sticking a fucking cork in your fucking mouth. People are happy you're fucking gagged. And not on your husband's dick either, because we know you don't really fuck with him like that. Actually, let's go into the fucking I want to go into the podcast that I came across this weekend. Yeah, is Candace gonna donate? Is Candace gonna donate? Why don't you hit up your white savior friend? She should have it like that. All right, I want to show you guys these fucking weird ass. I want to show you her podcast. I encourage you guys to go give some feedback on these. I reposted them on my live account, by the way.
Yeah. Ya de ahí como puso una oportunidad ahí en la cocina o en la sala. En el carro y una vez en la casa de mis papás. Ya. Ya de ahí como puso. Bueno, ¿algún consejo que le quieres dar a las mamás, a las esposas, a alguna mujer que está pasando por algo ahorita? Como
Not the creator that fucking hates mothers, asking what advice do you want to give mothers?
tú has hablado de la depresión, posparto y así.
Que se pongan de primera opción siempre.
Muy bien.
Que se pongan siempre de primera opción. Que busquen ser.
There's one que me llamó mucho la atención.
Bueno, a mí no me pidieron matrimonio, así, no sé.
Yo pedí.
Okay, this is where they're talking about. She says, a mí no me pidieron matrimonio. Bitch, a ti te pidieron papeles. Claro que no te pidieron matrimonio, güey. Te pidieron papeles. Algo muy distinto.
Cuando yo me casé con Iván, yo pedí matrimonio. Ay, me largo de esto.
No puedo ya. ¿En serio? No, pero no te pusiste de rodillas así.
Ah, no. Obviamente.
¿Cómo le hiciste?
Mira, en ese entonces, es que yo vi a Iván. Yo dije, ay, no se me... No, sí, dije, no se me
No,
puede.
but there's one where she's... I don't know why they asked her about her sexual fetishes. Is it this
Bueno, a
one?
mí no me pidieron matrimonio, así, no sé.
Yo pedí,
Is it this one?
cuando yo me casé con Iván, yo pedí matrimonio.
Oh, this
Hacen en el carro y una vez en la casa de mis papás.
Y ya.
Ya. Ya de ahí como me puso una oportunidad ahí en la cocina o en la sala. Pero eso ya es normal. Sí, eso
Ahí
está casual.
casual, arriba de la lavadora.
Sí.
de la
Cocinando y
secadora.
las manos bien quemadas.
Ay, no.
Los tacos bien quemados.
Y por decir, como un fetiche o una fantasía que tuvieras en cualquier sentido.
O sea, yo siempre he dicho, y me dice que estoy loca, pero yo siempre he dicho como hablamos eso de los swingers y de como de un trío, yo le dije que me gustaría ver que una mujer que le dé cabeza a él, pero yo ver, pero nada más
A su
eso.
esposo.
Ajá. Entonces en el carro,
Can we talk about her chopped ass fucking Spanish? Que una mujer le dé cabeza. O sea, wait, ¿quieres que le den un pinche cabezazo o qué? Así no se dice en español. Okay, so the podcaster asked her, what are some fetishes that you have? Fantasies. She goes, well, it's kind of like a swinger fantasy where I want to see a girl give my husband head. Your husband also wants somebody else to give him head, by the way, bitch. And here's the thing, it will never happen for you, Julia, because nobody wants to be your fucking third. Nobody would want to be your fucking unicorn, okay? It would be a real unicorn. Like, it would have to be a real unicorn to find a unicorn that's gonna want to be your fucking third, okay? And maybe even a foursome, because you count as two, bitch. Yeah. Yeah. But I just find it funny, one, that recently she's been making a lot of Spanish content, tailoring to a Spanish-speaking audience, which is how her content has finally grown, because she was stuck at like 100K followers since she got canceled all over English FYP. She's recently started trying to appeal to Spanish speakers because they don't know who the fuck she is. And her Spanish is fucking cringe. Dar cabeza is not a thing in Spanish. Es como, pues, ¿qué quieres que te dé un pinche coscorrón, un cabezazo o qué, güey? Se dice, quiero ver que se la mamen. Así. And I don't even roll like that, but even I know that's not how you fucking say. You sound like a dummy. You sound like a fucking no sabo, okay? You sound like someone married you for fucking papers, bitch. Okay? I'll go away. But yeah, the one thing about your fantasy is your husband wants somebody else to give him head to. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's also your husband's fantasy, is to have another fucking woman, because you, bitch, probably not. You probably not nobody's fantasy, okay? You're someone's fucking weird fetish for sure. You know, I've always said on OnlyFans, there's something for everybody on there, but I just don't know that you haven't found it yet. Your mouth be getting it without you watching, bitch. Probably, yeah. You're gonna need another GoFundMe for that trio, because it ain't never gonna happen, baby girl. Gross. Anyway, yeah, that podcaster is interesting. So she's been trying to take off to like a Spanish-speaking audience, right? She's done a couple of episodes on this podcast. If you've noticed, all her Facebook content, all her fucking TikToks are now in Spanish. Why? Because she is targeting an MX space, a Spanish-speaking audience, because they don't know who the fuck she is. Okay, she got ran off TikTok and all social media when the receipts came out about the hate campaign, when she went viral for what she did to Itati, when she started talking shit on Wendy. Nobody fucks with her on English FYP. But she found a little loophole to start making Spanish content, because nobody on the Spanish FYP knows who she is, what she's done, and how fucking vile she is. So go light up her podcast. The same way she used to employ people to go email my fucking brands, to go email my collabs, to go drop comments on every podcast. When I did the Baby Mamas podcast, 2 episodes, she made sure she sent all her followers to drop comments on what a horrible person I was and blah, blah, blah. She doesn't deserve to be on here. Let's go return the favor. Go drop a comment into her fucking podcast. Go light that shit up. Go find her Pilates. Go find her collabs. We want pressure. I'm not taking my foot off her neck. Okay? Yeah, her Spanish is terrible. Terrible. Norbert, come get your wife, please. There's got to be... I'm sure there's a Tortanator audience somewhere. I'm sure. But her whole content is a facade to me. You can tell how fake all of her content is. Now that you've seen her on live lie, Plug that into the rest of her content. It's all a fucking facade, all of it, including her soft life. If her soft life wasn't a facade, she wouldn't be on here begging for some change, right? If her man had her like that, if she was such a mantenida, she'd be able to get her man quickly to retain an attorney and get the shit tossed out. That's a soft life. A soft life is having somebody on call and take care of your shit for you. We've never claimed to have a soft life over here. Yesenia's never bragged about a soft life. Yesenia's over there selling sushi for a living. Well, it makes sense. Why? How can you expect her to have legal fees for an American lawyer when she lives and works in Mexico? All right, I'm not mad at Yesenia for getting on here and asking for help. She's needed help for some time, and she hasn't known how to ask for it. But Julia getting on here and trying to ride the same train like I just don't have the money. Be so for real. You got it. You got it like that. But you just don't want to dip into your own pockets because it hurts your fucking ego to have to come out of pocket to answer to Yesenia. And that's really what this is about. That's what her GoFundMe is about. I think she does have the money. She just don't want to spend her own. So she's going to come on here and make her audience answer for what she did. They're gonna eat her up. They do. If you've ever seen her comments on Facebook, oh, they tear her ass up. They tear her ass up. I better than me, because I could not be out there having people dissect my body like that for some change. I mean, yeah. I mean, y'all know I sell my ass, but I be getting love, okay? I could not imagine selling my ass for people to tell me like it's this, it's that. Like, no thank you, sir. No thank you, sir. Can she use your content to her gain? I'm not part of the case. Who am I? I'm not part of her case. She's not up against me. She can't hold Yesenia liable for what I do or say. Come get me on the side of the border. Come get me on the side of the border. You know, my favorite thing has been seeing people comment, when's Annie going to get served? When's Annie? When you want to get in the ring with me. Chancla, it's been taking Chancla's 2 years to process service, by the way. So, I mean, if a local can't get it done, I just think you guys are going to have a hard time from that side of the border. But by all means. I ain't scared no popo ho. By all means. Sue me. I don't understand how people are even trying to compare the Candace series with Julia. Okay? The Candace series was journalism. I'm reporting on a content creator and public records. You may not like it, but I have never crossed the lines this bitch is over here. I am not over here threatening to expose explicit content of somebody else that shouldn't even be in possession of. Okay? There are lines you don't cross. Okay? You may not like me. You might not like what I did with the Candace series, but it's nowhere near the realm of what Julia's been doing for years to multiple people. And when I see those comments, I just know you're part of the anti-Annie bullshit. You just can't stand Annie's getting kicked out. Y'all can't stand I'm getting my fucking lick back on this bitch. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Oh, absolutely. The vindication, even my mods were doxxed by this bitch. Mind you, my mods had nothing to do. My mods are not me. My followers, people that just supported me, that were moderating for me, were doxxed. Their families, their children, their addresses by this crazy beluga, okay? Absolutely, we have an interest here. And I've been very upfront with Yesenia about this. Very upfront with her. I'm getting my vindication with what we're doing to her through you. Absolutely. The reason my fan base is donating is because a lot of them were victims of her too. Okay, a lot of my mods and followers that were doxxed by this beluga, their children, their husbands, where they worked, where they lived, that's who I see donating to Yesenia's GoFundMe. And I know for a fact that's got beluga feeling a type of way. Okay, she knew Yesenia probably didn't have the resources or the support to challenge her, but she knows I do. And that's why she shut the fuck up about me in 2023. She kicked me while I was down. She came after me when I was going through DV. She came after me when I was fucking broken. The minute I got back up, that bitch shut the fuck up since 2023. And you haven't heard her say my name since. There's a reason for it. Our platform intimidates her. My platform and Yesenia's put together, against her. I know she's in the fucking trenches. That's why she can't even get on here and address her audience. She can't even get on here and tell her audience why she had a lie on Friday. She doesn't even have the balls to get on here and do a live stream. You don't even have to talk about it. You don't have to go into case details. You could still, you know, protect the integrity of your case and show up and show face, but you don't even have it in you to do that. The humiliation went to such a degree for her on Friday that she can't even fucking show up. She can't show face. I love that for us. I love to see that bitch cancel her live stream until fucking July because she thinks it's going to be over in July. Probably not. Probably not. I love that she finally shut the fuck up. She had so much to say. So much to say. It's like we literally put a fucking corkscrew in her. God, who would have known that's all it took? And it's sad that that's what it took for her to shut the fuck up. It's sad for her to have to get to this point for her to realize you've gone too far. Okay? Well, you can't get on here and bake some fucking cakes, bitch? Huh? You can't get on here and fucking cake a little cake and bake? You can't get on here and do some hee hee ha ha? What happened? What happened? What happened to the energy you had for hosting 2 to 3 hour live streams on how much a hedionda Yesenia was? What happened to your little whiteboard series? Don't you want to get on here with the whiteboard and explain what happened? Oh, okay. Okay. And that's how you know? Bitch ain't shit. She ain't shit. And this is a type of humiliation she's been deserving. Okay?
Nat has purchased a membership.
She's never going to recover from this. And you know what the best part about this is? This is going to be on her record forever. Imagine, and she has a clean record. Squeaky fucking clean until now. The fact that I got to be the first one to stain her fucking record, love that for me. De mí te vas a acordar, pinche torta. Forever. Yeah, even if the shit's... Look, even if we lose, we already won. Even if we lose, we already won. We humiliated you. We made you spend money. We made you show up and have to explain. And it's on your fucking record forever, bitch. Forever. Anytime someone looks her up, they're going to see protective order. Yeah, and it's going to make you wonder. I wonder why somebody filed a protective order on her. Even if it gets dismissed.
Just a membership. She thought shit was sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that for her. I love that for her record. Juliaag ain't windmilling nobody. I hope she's ready to confirm to the courts if she's actually a owner of a firearm. For as much as we've heard her, you know, boldly talk about, I got that Glock, I'm trigger ready, bitch. Mind you, that was included in the pleadings. The I'm trigger ready, that was one of my favorite ones. Let me show you. I guess we'll see if that was just another lie she told. But she's going to be asked if she's actually in possession of a firearm. I love that for her. I love that for her. Let's see if you take after your brothers after all, or you were just all tag. The fact she has to show up in front of a judge and answer for this is enough for me. I don't give a fuck if we lose at this point. I don't care if it gets dismissed. I would love for her not to. I'm never cocky about court outcomes because it's always a gamble. You could always lose. It's a complete gamble if she's winning or we're losing, if we're getting relief or not. We've already won. Just to drag you there, the way you've been humiliated on your live stream, the way you've been out, the way people are willing to donate money to see you dragged up there. Oh, bitch, we already won. Divine justice. We've already won in the eye. We already got social justice, okay? You know who's really living a soft life right now, Julia? Is me. You know what's real soft right now, Julia? Is I'm not even a party to the case, bitch. That feels real soft. Yeah. I'm just a spectator. I'm just out here just kind of machining shit. The real soft life is I don't even gotta show up to court, bitch. Yeah. I'm just out here making content. Allegedly. Content creation purposes. You know? It's not soft to be the respondent. The box you gotta sit in is gonna be the respondent box. There's nothing soft about that, bitch, because I've been in it. It is stressful. I wonder what kind of conversations are going on at home over this. Oh, I was gonna show you guys a trigger ready video. The trigger ready hold on a second. Yes, please help me with a like on your way in or out. She said she was getting a job. The employers will not like that. I doubt she has a job. That's just her trying to do some damage control for talking shit about the working class. Anyway, which one of you? Somebody sent me the trigger ready video. A ver. These are all exhibit. I don't think I have the trigger ready video. Saved. Oh, right here. All right, let me show you the trigger ready video.
Me da risa, mijita. I'm sorry, I'm not a good person. Yo no me pinté como santa, obviamente. Yo soy quien soy y cuando le va a me da risa. Because it's like, yeah, dude. And I'm going to tell you right now, un día va a llegar alguien que le va a parar su pinche pedo. Se le va a acabar el corrido. Like, I've been saying this. Patience is a virtue. Ella siempre pica y pica y pica con la gente. Le va a tocar una que se va a topar con la pared. It ain't gonna be me though. I cleaned my hands of it a long time ago because it's exhausting. Esta wey está loca. All she does is fat shame, dox, make fun of people, and
She's
put people's
talking about me, by the way.
motherfucking business out there. Okay, go ahead. Do a series on me. I really don't give a fuck. I personally, I'm gonna be completely honest, right? Say that I'm biased. And this is just me, because I've been
By the way, this video is about me. She's referencing me.
a fucking...
I think that's a really interesting take. When I listen to this video, I hear her describing herself. Let's play it again. She's talking about me, by the way. Oh, this wasn't the one I wanted to show you guys. This is a different one.
Me da risa, mijita. I'm sorry, I'm not a good person.
That reference, que el corrido se le va a acabar or whatever, that's a very specific, that's, you know what that means. And she's not talking about a song. That's how bad, that is how much this woman hates me. Remember, mind you, she's never met me. The fact she feels about me like this to this degree is very intriguing to me. But this, she's just like her brothers. This shows you she's just like her brothers. And if she could, she would.
Me da risa, mijita. I'm sorry, I'm not a good person. Yo no me pinté como santa, obviamente. Yo soy quien soy y cuando le va a me da risa. Because it's like, yeah, dude. And I'm going to tell you right now, un día va a llegar alguien que le va a parar su pinche pedo. Se le va a acabar el corrido. Like, I've been saying this. Patience is a virtue. Ella siempre pica y pica y pica con la gente. Le va a tocar una que se va a topar con la pared. It ain't gonna be me though. I cleaned my hands of it a long time ago because it's exhausting. Esta wey está loca. All she does is fat shame, dox, make fun of people, and put people's motherfucking business out there. Okay, go ahead. Do a series on me. I really don't give a fuck. I personally, I'm gonna be completely honest.
It's giving you give a fuck. Oh, hold on. This wasn't the one I wanted to show you though. Hold tight, hold tight, hold tight. There's one more. The trigger ready video I wanted to show you is this one. No connection. Sorry, I didn't have this one ready for y'all. No, not that one. No connection. Hang tight. You would think, right? You would think she's, when I hear her describing what she thinks, I hear her describing herself. Isn't that what you do? Isn't that what you, like, isn't that how we got here? Constantly picando, 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 y topaste pared with somebody. So much, you can't even talk about it. So much, you're fucking gagged. Yeah, I don't have the trigger. One of you sent it to me. If you have the trigger ready video, can y'all please resend it to me? I don't think I saved it on my phone and I wasn't prepared. She saw Yesenia as the weakest link. I do feel like she goes after women that she knows are going through things that are vulnerable. That's how I feel about her timing with me. And then as soon as I started getting up and getting some grounding, then she had to shut up. Yesenia, same thing. She started going after Yesenia when Yesenia was going through DB. She was pregnant. She was going through some shit, right? And she hasn't let off Yesenia since. She has not let off the gas with Yesenia until I said we were going to sue her. I haven't heard her talk about Yesenia since. Not in the way that she used to. She was avoiding the topic. And then now, well, of course. And mind you, she's not legally obligated to be quiet about this. She's under no court order currently. None. So I find it very, very fascinating that she canceled all her live streams for a month till after court, which, mind you, this isn't over in July. This is not over in July. Bless her little fat heart, her thinking this over in July. Why is she upset when she gets called fat? I don't even think I call her fat. I call her unhealthy. I skirt around it. I don't know, but that's what sent her into a fucking psychosis. She's definitely scared. Yeah, I think this is causing some waves. Oh, I did receive some screenshots from... Oh, then here it is. I did receive some screenshots about Jacob's family being contacted about this. The only reason I didn't showcase them is because the person that sent them to me wiped out the name and I couldn't verify the sources. But allegedly, his family members have been contacted about what's going on. And I do think it's causing some issues at home, absolutely. Why did she start harassing Yesenia in the first place? I honestly don't know. I don't know what happened between them. I really don't. Didn't pay attention like that. I just suddenly remember seeing her start to replicate what she was doing against me towards Yesenia. But I can't tell you why. I do know she moved on from me very quickly when the receipts came out. She never talked about me again, ever. When the receipts came out in 2023, which, you guys want to see the receipts? Let me take you back down memory lane to show you what the receipts were. She was never heard from again when this video went viral.
You guys do me this favor because I only trust you guys right now. Y'all are like my close besties, you know, that I know have my back.
Mind you, her besties that she thought had her back are the same ones that sent me these fucking receipts. Love that for her. Bitch does not know loyalty. Like, her following is so unloyal. I feel sad for her.
And I want to do like either an Instagram page or like a YouTube, but only Annie's lives and all the stuff she's done for like her scams, all of that onto these pages so that people can see, but without mentioning me, so that way it doesn't go back to me like, you know, like I'm the one doing it. But I want to do it in a way where like she doesn't see it coming, like, you know, low key and not so out there.
Shit, sorry. I always forget my shit's hooked up.
That like I'm fucking waving the white flag, but I want her to get comfortable and fucking up so that we can just expose her more. And basically I want to turn this into a team thing because I can't do it by myself. Like, it's just really hard. I don't have other creators to really support me except for Yesenia, but like, you know, she's in Mexico and I don't want her page to get taken down. I don't want anything that like, you know, fuck with her, because you know she does need her TikTok creator fund and, you know, her following. So unlike Annie, so that's why I don't want to mess with her. Spread the word around to like the real besties to report her backup page, but to do it for regulated goods, not bullying, not harassment, not like scam and frauds, but for regulated goods, because that's what her original main count got banned for because of the raffles. TikTok doesn't like people making money from the platform, but TikTok not getting, like, if she was getting gifts, they wouldn't have a problem with it. The problem is she's doing these raffles and getting money and using TikTok to get that money. I just want to take this bitch down and I want her off. I feel like right now she's in a corner. Onward doesn't want to work with her. So I would love if you guys could do me this favor because I only...
When these receipts came out, she was never heard of again on TikTok. This video went viral. It got 1 million views and plus. And man, the comments were crazy. Because how could you deny it after this? Right? So if you guys were around in 2023, she's the reason my main account got banned, because they were mass reporting me for fraud, for my raffles, for anything they could think of in masses, you know. And I love the fact that I clocked her saying, I can't do this without you guys. I don't really have support, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you a scaredy ass bitch. You could never one-on-one. You could never one-on-one with me. That's why you needed a group of bitches to help you. Get help. And this is now the type of shit she's doing to Yesenia. Okay? When this came out, she got canceled. I mean, the comment section was great. There was more receipts I posted. This one recently came back up. I would need to go back to 2023. But let me go back. Let me show you some more. She's at 575. Let's start focusing on Yesenia. What's Yesenia at? Let's check in with Yesenia. I know she's live right now. I told Yesenia she's got to get on there and she's got to put in some work. She's got to start moving this GoFundMe because we got a deadline. We got a deadline to meet with those funds. I wouldn't be surprised if she's donating to herself. And I do believe that her following is donating to her para que no quede mal. Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to try to scroll all the way back. Yes, Julia made a GoFundMe this morning. Because she's got it like that, remember? She's got it like that. Miss Soft Life has a GoFundMe for her legal fees to challenge Yesenia's request for a protective order against her. Which is crazy. Imagine spending money to defend your right to harass somebody. Like, literally, all Yesenia is asking is stay away from me. I need the court to intervene so that this person stays away from me and she ceases her harassment and stalking. That's all it is. Imagine the fact that Julia feels the need to hire money to challenge that order so she can continue harassing Julia or harassing Yesenia without any consequence. That's what this is. This case is very simple. It's a civil case, by the way. Nothing crazy is being asked of her. No, we're not going after damages, nothing. And I've had fun seeing people try to give relief. Counter-sue. Bitch, you can't counter-sue protective order. Okay? There is no counter-suing. Okay? There are no damages. She's got to prove you took this. It's literally just a protective order, so you stay it's a stay-away order that she's asking for. That's it. So imagine what it looks like that you are willing to spend money to challenge somebody asking you to stay away from them. Like, you're fucking crazy. Yeah, it's a bad look. Like, why don't you just agree? It's civil. It's not going to affect you none. Either way, it's going to stay on your record. Either way, it's going to be on your record. But, oh, that's right. You need her. You need her to make money. And that's the real reason she's challenging this. Because without Yesenia, how is she going to make content trolling her and monetize? What is she going to sell to her members? Because the twisted, vile women that pay to see her stalk, harass, and humiliate Yesenia. That's what's being consumed behind that paywall. Okay, that's what you sell your members. And she was getting ready to sell those members explicit videos. That's what she's challenging in court. She wants to be able to continue doing that shit. That's fucking twisted. Okay, take it from me, bitch. Take it from me. I agreed to a stalking injunction. I had a stalking injunction in Utah because I was stalking my baby mama. I was slashing her tires. Okay, so when I got hit with one, I mean, I'm not going to fight it because I know I'm fucking guilty. 2, fine. She wants me to stay away from her. I'll stay away from her. I already made my point. Right, so it's just civil. It's not really that big of a deal. For you to challenge somebody's request for you to stay away from them tells me a lot. The fuck would I look like in court trying to tell the judge why I should be able to continue stalking my baby mama? You see what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just gotta take the L and admit you've been doing some shiesty shit. Okay, you've been out here doing shit you probably shouldn't be doing. You probably wouldn't like being done to you, because I guarantee you she feels the type of way about people contacting her husband's family now. I guarantee you she feels the type of way about being all over my TikTok page. I guarantee you she's playing the I'm being bullied by Annie and being fat shamed. But isn't that what you've been doing for years to other people? You know? Okay, I'm trying to go back to 2023 so I can show you some of these receipts, but my phone is being a little slow. I'm going to circle back to my baby mama, okay? I don't got time today, but I'm going to circle back eventually. You guys shouldn't repost Julia's GoFundMe because it actually helps her. don't think my audience is in support of her. I don't think it helps her for me to post for people to report her GoFundMe. The amount of people that have reported her in comparison to what it's being donated, nobody on my platform is going to donate to her, I promise you. Because people, my own followers have been victims of her. We have been personally victimized by Juliaag111. I promise you, me sharing that GoFundMe here, she ain't getting no donations from the side. None, bitch, none. But if anything, I want people to know how low she's stooping. If anything, it's going to give people something to talk about. Remember that one time Julia had to make a GoFundMe because she got served? Remember that one time Julia got served on live stream? It's all part of it. It's all part of it. You don't think she feels the type of way about having to get on here and ask for some change? Yeah, you can report it. Here's the link for those of you that are just joining. If you want to go check out her GoFundMe, throw her some change if you want to, or if you want to go and file a report for violating guidelines, because what she's fundraising for is against guidelines. I have PTSD from the shit. I promise you, she ain't getting no money from this side. She ain't getting no traffic over here. She ain't getting no love from this platform. It's personal for some of us. Some of us were around back in the day. My mods, my followers, like, that girl did some crazy stuff, okay? It would take us, it would be the longest series ever if I was to document and go back and explain everything we suffered through at the hands of her. No. And we also have PTSD. You know what? I think I'm over it. I've gotten a lot of satisfaction in seeing how scared she is to even address me. Yesenia's at 18K. Let's go. Also, yeah, you know what? Let me remind you that Julia is related to 2 convicted murderers. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. The fact she is facing stalking allegations shouldn't surprise you, because look at what she's related to. Do you want me to pull up the family tree again? Okay. Actually, Bam Bam, I'm about to put you on the spot in a second. Once I get to my 2023 receipts, I'm going to show you Bam Bam's recent videos of her linking Julia to the convicted felons, or the violent offenders, the murderers. Yeah, let me tell you something. Julia's cut from the same cloth as those 2 fucking convicted murderers.
47-cent $5 cheese Maybucks. Can't she go to jail if she breaks the order 1/6 set?
Yes.
Also love you for doing this. Red heart emoji.
Although it's a civil order, if she violates it, it is a criminal charge. And that's the way this is headed. And if you're wondering where I'm going with this, I need you guys to go back and do some research into my own history with protective orders. That's all I'm going to tell you. Julia is focusing on the wrong things because Julia knows. Remember, I'm a scammer. I'm a felon. Once a scammer, always a scammer. Julia was in close cahoots with Michelle and Sabrina. They probably shared some history of mine that should concern her in this case. And it all started once upon a time with the protective order. So you should see where this is going, Julia. You should not be focused on no fucking GoFundMes right now. Old habits die hard. No, I'm just a scammer. I'm just a crazy bitch that's never gonna change. I'm just living up to my felonocious activities over here. All right, let me go back to 2023. Julia, you in danger, girl. You in danger. Okay, I'm almost there. I'm on 2024. Fuck, I have another year to scroll back. The look of a face. All right, almost time. Okay, we're going to cover receipts and then the Bam Bam page. Okay, I'm getting close. God, back to my extension days. These look terrible, you guys. Come in. Oh, thank you. Can you have Oh, 2023 was a time. Was a time. Can you share Yesenia's GoFundMe? Absolutely. Right here. I think my 2023 content is so fucking cringy, y'all. The lip fillers were not it. Like, at all. 2023. It was like March 2023 when all this shit came out. I unmuted. If I'm still muted, exit and come back. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Come in.
You go.
Oh, thank you, my love. Oh, we just re-upped. Qué frío. Estoy metido. Okay. I'm almost there. I'm almost there. My hair was cute. The light brown hair was cute. The lip fillers, not so much. Okay, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
Thing, I can't publicly talk about why I don't do battles and like why I don't support, like, not it's not that I don't support raffles, but like why no lo hago y así, because I feel like I'm gonna be throwing shade to her because of everything that she's fucking doing. Y por eso digo, like, I look at the people who are in Yesie's live and who are her mods y como son también. Like, I've seen Huntress Jules aquí y allá, but like I don't like that she mentions me all the time. I did not agree with what Yesenia was saying, pero yo no dije nada. Because, Kunis, en realidad, lo que ella dijo ayer sí estaba muy mal. Nomás que yo me quedé callada because, you know, I don't have kids, so I can't really explain to her how what she was saying no tenía nada que ver con nada. Because yesterday she said that her job is she has to be home, she has to lavar, she has to cook, she has to clean. That's not a fucking job. Like, seamos realistas. You work, I work, all the besties work. You know what I mean? She messed up, and like I can't talk to her about it because I feel like se va a ofender, but she fucked up desde un principio cuando habló mal de todas diciendo que she didn't want people gentrifying Mexico. That's why she wouldn't get a job like online, y por eso no quería ganar dólares. It's the same thing. Todas acá chingamos para meternos en sus raffles. Why haven't I entered a raffle? You know, las besties le chingan todos los días to send her gifts, to send her stuff like donation for her Amazon wish list, to enter the raffles y todo eso. It's American money. Es la misma cosa. Ese dinero
like
está llegando de acá. You know what I mean? Thing is, it's very different. Ella no tiene pretexto because she's really different from Annie in the fact that el marinovio no fue deportado, allá vive. Ella puede ir y venir. There's so many women who have, you know, gone through deportation que regresan a Estados Unidos, they work, and then they go back and take that money for their family. Ella puede hacer eso, nomás que no quiere. She doesn't want to work. And that's what I'm saying. I know she's young y no entiende. But the difference between her and Annie and I...
Who doesn't want to work now? Who's not? She sounds like such a hater. Like, she's always been an undercover hater. These are part of the receipts that got leaked that she was talking shit about Yesenia when they were friends. But like, why are you such a fucking hater? Why do you care how people make their money? Like, you just sounded like a straight fucking hater.
We'll give this to Annie. Annie was fucking deported. Annie no tiene el lujo de irse para atrás. Y aún así, you know what I mean? Despite Annie's fucking raffles that we don't agree with anything that this bitch fucking does, ahora hace OnlyFans. You know what I mean? Like, she's looking for ways to get money other than the fucking raffle.
Yo, thank you for giving credit where credit is due, Shammy.
And Yesenia's depending on that. Y aparte, Cuñiz, come on now. Like, I was talking to 80s Baby about this. Dollars go a long way in Mexico con los pesos. You're telling me que ella no ha podido guardar nada. Nomás tantito agarra dinero y lo gasta. Van a la ciudad.
Wait. You're going to tell me that you live in Austin, Texas, y no has podido guardar nada for your legal fees? I hear fucking criticizing that Yesenia don't have a savings account, but you live in the United States of America, land of opportunities, bitch, and you going to tell me you don't have $2,500 saved? Wow, my.
Mexico, van a Zacatecas, van a los bailes. And it's just like, girl, that's a lot of fucking money, sea lo que sea. I love Yesenia. No hate towards her. Like, no la odio. Like, no le deseo mal. I just think right now she's young and dumb y no entiende lo que está.
How you gonna say no hate after all that? But I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah, I already did my part. Ya hablé con ella, ya le expliqué, ella no entiende, va a seguir con el fundraiser, va a seguir con los raffles, va a seguir con todo. Yo nomás le dije, be careful, mejor ves en vivo en Instagram, try to get subscribers on YouTube.
Why was Julia trying to be a fucking coach to Yesenia when she sat at fucking 80,000 followers for 4 consecutive years? Why was Julia trying to mentor Yesenia like she was some, like, Johnny Jovich? Like, Julia, you know nothing about making money online. Why were you so bothered and trying to make it seem like you were trying to give her some guidance? Weird.
So you can go live on there. Yeah, being a people pleaser with her followers. And, like, yo me sentí mal por el marinovio últimamente because she'd be talking shit about him, like, in English. And I'm just like, girl,
Girl, you be talking shit about your man in English and Spanish right in front of him. Like, you told us he was fat and, like, all kinds of weird shit.
doesn't look good. Las problemas de pareja, eso no se hacen en vivo. You know what I mean? I know that she tells everything, but, like, she's literally starting to act like Annie. Like, perdóname disculpa, but, like, she is.
So,
Ella empezó su canal lavando y
so that's why you started hating her, you fucking hater. You started hating Yesenia because she was reminding you too much of me. Oh, okay, just say that. Just say you're a hater of all things Annie, and that reminds you of Annie.
sus lives eran puro chisme. Ya ni hace chisme. Ya ni lava. Like, her chisme was her cuñadas and all that going on. Y según ella que no puede hablar de eso, you know what I mean? She gets mad when people bring it up, but it's like, I can't get mad cuando me preguntan por Nubi. I started shit with Nubi. You know what I mean? Like, I started talking about Nubi and my in-laws and my mom and my dad y todo eso. Like, I put my own business out there. So cuando me preguntan, oh,
Belinda Gar sent $9.99 cheese made
Thank you,
box.
Belinda.
Is that why she hates Yesenia? Because she refuses to take Julia's unsolicited advice.
That's what it was giving. Like, nobody asked you for advice, and it seems like she started being a hater because Yesenia was trying to do her own thing, and Julia's trying to coach her into what to do, and Yesenia's not listening. Like, Johnny Lava. That part was so funny to me when she was like, Johnny Lava. Like, why are you mad she don't do laundry on TikTok no more?
obviamente, you know, there's a certain respect que yo le debo a mis supporters because I started like that. It's not good, and it looks bad on her because, you know, her excuse for even being in Mexico, ella dice, oh, es que yo soy de allá. No, no eres de allá, no naciste allá. Tu familia es de ahí. You fell in love with el marinovio allá, but that's your excuse. I'm here because of my boyfriend and I love him. But, you know, it doesn't make sense that you're fucking treating him like shit on live. So what's your excuse for really being there? You know what I mean?
Hella hater. Hella hater. Here's some more.
Throw an idea out there for the fake pages. I think it's fucking hilarious. If y'all get the clip of Annie talking about my mom, and then y'all get that clip from White Chicks where it's like, oh, you want to talk about mothers.
Mind you, there was no clip of me talking about her mom. I never talked about her mom.
And then you put the screenshot of the mugshot of Annie's stepdad where he's a registered sex offender. Like, your mom married a sex offender. Just food for thought. You don't have to, but I thought that would be funny.
Just food for thought. I'm going to leave that there. And why her brother's convictions are applicable in everything that's going on right now. So she was trying to loop in my family to her fucking weird ass content. Here's another one. Sundays are for receipts. Let's go behind the scenes of this hate campaign so I can show you guys what happened. TikTok, this is for commentary, research purposes only. This is for bullying awareness purposes only. Buckle up.
Which on May 9th, she told me to gather up the besties and go with 80s Baby and make it.
But could you do a group chat, please? Like, could you add us all in a group chat? Como on Instagram with the besties that you and 80s Baby actually.
A group was created by Julia and her besties. One of those besties has come forward to provide these following receipts of what happened behind the scenes in that group.
Sauce son shushies not like teased man chest, rolling on the floor laughing emoji.
Thank you, Wesley. In these group chats, Julia begins to provide snippets of my live recordings that are manipulated to fit a certain narrative, and they began to post these fake accounts, which you can see here with these exact clips. Which, mind you, now the accounts that there's the accounts now that do the same shit. I'm sure some of you guys have seen them. They're the accounts that were made, like clipping bits and pieces of her live streams. Made it rain, thank you. If you follow that Julia has manufactured. Shout out to Made It Rain. Thank you, Bessie. Thank you for making it rain. I don't know what your mama does have this shit to do with you. Shout out to Native Rain. Thank you so much, bestie.
Has just tipped $49.99 through Super Chat. Julia literally shits on her own self. Poop emoji, poop emoji, poop emoji.
Thank you, bestie. As a reminder, I am doing another barista giveaway on Friday. So all of your tips with a minimum of $10 will go towards the giveaway for one of these back here. So I was saying that these pages, just like they used to make of me, where they would clip bits and pieces of my live stream and then distort them and then post them on these fake pages, is exactly what they do now to Yesenia. Some of you guys may have seen them, but there's multiple Yesenia pages just like this now.
Manufactured. This is one of the accounts that is actually, here's another one that is actually still up, and as you can see, it got quite a bit of views. This account targeted me, my mods, and my children. These accounts began to confuse my own followers because they would make the handles exactly like mine to confuse my followers into following them, and then they would end up just viewing this content that was just set out to cancel Annie. And again, as you can see here, these clips were originally created by Julia and sent to this group. Julia then enlists her followers to begin infiltrating local PV groups of where I live in Mexico to start posting the following content. This content on these local Facebook pages was worded in a way to put an X on my back by name.
So I'm going to read you what these posts said. They found local Facebook groups in Vallarta where they posted this information, and there was receipts that came out where literally were verbatim. Julia told them exactly what to put in these messages, okay? So let me read them to you. Anna thinks I'm her fan. It was listed in a Facebook group of Puerto Vallarta titled Criminals in Puerto Vallarta. Her name is Ana Karen Garcia, but she legally changed her name after being deported to Puerto Vallarta from the U.S. on federal crimes of stealing money from her previous U.S. employers. This criminal is now roaming the streets of Puerto Vallarta, scamming people on the internet, usually TikTok, making over $3,000 per live inside of multiple different Starbucks locations in Puerto Vallarta, reselling Starbucks cups and tumblers. Beware of her. She is a dangerous person and is always going to different Starbucks locations around Puerto Vallarta using free Wi-Fi to resell Starbucks cups for money. Her child's father, Walter, is also an ex-criminal and is usually close by helping her. Okay, so they were worded in a way to put an X on my back locally.
Naming my full name, where I was going to host my lives, that I was making a certain amount of US dollars, that I was a criminal, that I was dangerous, and that I was deported from the States. If you look at that tag there, they began tagging the CARTEL that is in charge of the area where I live to bring me to their attention to potentially have me picked up or taxed by this organized group of crime. For those of you that don't understand what that does, theft and scamming are pretty much one of the most looked down upon crimes in Mexico. And that is something that the CARTEL does intervene for, does pick up people for, does tax people for. And keep in mind that I am a mother of 5 children, and everywhere I go, I have those 5 children. So when they did that, that put an X on me and my children. And it did have me contemplating putting my kids back on a plane to the States because I was afraid for her safety. September 18th at 1:30 a.m., I shared that I was a victim of domestic violence at the hands of the father of my children. At 5:30 a.m., Julia sent those posts to her group of besties with the following comments. She begins insinuating that I should have more bruising and that I must be lying about what happened to me, and to insinuate that I must have done it to myself because I'm not crazy. That's not even a third of what was done. You can catch the full receipts on my YouTube channel. Sundays are for receipts. Let's go behind.
Gross. I forgot about a lot of these.
If you follow Juliaag Garcia on any platform, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you need to see the receipts that were just dropped on my YouTube of this content creator. You've probably been following all this drama.
Those are actually kind of triggering, if I'm being honest. So that's just a hint, an inch, a little razzle dazzle of what went on back then. It was a messy time. Okay, so that is her style. Okay, and that's the same shit that she's been doing to Yesenia for many, many years. And so I don't feel bad. I don't feel bad that we're here. I don't feel bad that she's here. And I think she's had this a long time coming. When all these things were happening to me by her, I just really wasn't in a place to know how to defend myself. Right? So me intervening and helping Yesenia in a way is vindication for what I went through back then as well. And I wish somebody else had stepped forward to help me. It is also relevant that Yesenia was part of that group of women. So, you know, but I will say that Yesenia was the only one that had some type of accountability. And I still don't think that it justifies, you know, what happened to her with Julia. But I don't know. I think it is important to mention that Yesenia was part of that group. She knew what was going on. She may have helped, etc. My decision to help her, I think, comes from my empathy. And then also the fact that she took accountability, and she's the only one out of that group of women that ever acknowledged what they did and said sorry. And really with me, that's all it takes is some accountability. That's really it. So, who remembers the Starbucks lives? Yeah, they had me sweating. They did. I was nervous to even be out in public. I was uncomfortable. I was just constantly waiting for someone to pull up on me. Like, they were so fucked for that. And why did all that happen? Because I wasn't a fan of what Julia said. Because Julia was criticizing my decision to get back with my baby dad. I caught a clip of it, and I reacted and said that she should make better content instead of judging people. That was really it. That was it. That was what sent her into a fucking psychosis to go as far as to do that type of shit. To find local Facebook groups, to reach out to people from my past, to reach out to Sabrina, to reach out to Michelle. That is the type of shit that she does. And that's the same shit she's been doing to Yesenia for a few years. And I lived it. So I have empathy for Yesenia. Despite the fact that Yesenia was there and had a hand in some of this, I have empathy for Yesenia because I fucking lived it. I wouldn't wish that shit on nobody. I really wouldn't. Except for Julia. I would wish it on Julia. I would wish her a taste of her own medicine. When I saw Yesenia going through it, even while she was pregnant, I really did feel bad for her. Because I just can't imagine, like, having to endure all that shit. Like, they didn't even give her a little space of respect during her pregnancy. In fact, it would appear that Julia went harder when Yesenia got pregnant. And that to me was just really disgusting because, I don't know, I just feel like there should be some lines, some boundaries. You know, when a woman is creating life, like, to give her a little bit of, I don't know, I just feel like normal people would have had some empathy for a pregnant woman, even if you don't fucking like her. Even if you don't like her, like, you should have had an ounce of empathy to be like, that woman is creating life. But we all know that Julia and her family members have no consideration for human life or mothers, and that's why her brother is serving a life sentence for murdering a single mother in front of her children. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree, which is why Julia was trying to get organized crime to target me, right? We know that Julia and her family have no respect or consideration for children or women, much less vulnerable women. In fact, it would appear that her family has a habit of targeting vulnerable women, including Julia. How long ago was Yesenia pregnant? She was pregnant in 2023. I know that because I have her baby's date of birth now. I had to get her baby's date of birth for the court stuff, and her baby was born in 2024, so she was pregnant like late 2023. Torta is a few fries short of a Happy Meal. She's honestly not all there, you guys. Like, she does weird shit. Look, there is a fine line of, you can talk shit, you can have TikTok beefs. You guys know I've had a few myself. But I just feel like there's certain lines that cross from being TikTok beef, and then you're crossing into people's real lives. You're doing too much. You know, like reaching out to people's family, reaching out to their exes, reaching out to real people, trying to find where my son was in the hospital at, reaching out to local Facebook groups, even the current shit, right, where they're trying to reach out to my university, and that tells you what group of women are behind those fake pages, because it's the same style of shit they've been doing since 2021. Those recent TikTok pages that have been like, oh, let's reach out to her university. Oh my God, let's tag the fucking government because she's working at the immigration office and she could be doing A, B, C, or D. This is where it comes from. It's the same style of shit they were doing back then, trying to reach out to anybody they could to put a target on me. It's the same shit. And it's the same thing that Yesenia's kind of been living, where they're reaching out to people in her town to get dirt on her. Like, it's twisted. It's twisted. All right, someone give me a quick update on Yesenia's GoFundMe. Why is my phone being hella slow? It's because she's never stopped, ever. Even with me, like, those fake pages on me, they always resurface when I'm beefing with somebody. Yesenia's almost at 2K. She's at 1900, 1991. Oh, I recognize some of your guys' names on there. Yeah, I see some besties in here. Take that and stick it to you, Torta, fucking beluga. Torta, you better catch up. If you want to get some donations, you're going to have to get on live, you fat bitch. You're going to have to get on here and ramp up some donations. They're not just going to land in there. I hope Yessie added to the document that Julie has a family of murders, which she's scared for her life. You know, yeah. I'm going to just say yeah. I donate. Thank you, Native Rain. You know, I didn't expect to spend much time or asking my followers to donate to her. I really didn't, because that's, you know, but I do feel like she has been targeted by Julia for so long because Julia doesn't feel or believe that Yesenia would have anybody to show up for her. I think that's what it comes down to. Okay, so I do know that Julia feels a type of way about us helping her. And she feels definitely intimidated having two platforms working against hers. Let's go see Torta. It's like the battle of the GoFundMes. Right? Battle of the GoFundMes. She's at, okay, Torta's at 575. And Julia's at 1991. Let me show you guys. All right, here's Yesenia. And here's Julia. Torta, why would you do this? You're so funky for this. Hold on, let me open this up so y'all can see a little bit better. Receipts. Okay, here's Yesenia at 1991. And here's Juliaag at 575. And I wanna see who's supporting the big bully. Anna Martinez, she's gonna have to match Yesenia. She got a $300 donation. Torta, you gotta do better, bitch. You Torta's over there. You gotta do better. Who's gonna outdo 300? Anna, best Anna could do is 100. Okay, Yesenia taking the lead with 300. We're gonna make this like one of those radio shows. Or like, have you seen those races? Those horse races where you got the guy like, oh, and so-and-so is taking the lead with this much. Oh, but now it's this one. Oh no, who's gonna outbid them? Yeah, that shit. That's what it's looking like. Live battle of the fucking GoFundMes. You guys gotta do better, bitch. You gotta do better. July, you're gonna have to do something. You're gonna have to do a trick, bitch. How the fuck are you gonna get on here and tell your people no lives for a whole month and I need you to throw me some change? Bitch, you gotta get on here and do something. Do a fucking trick, bitch. I would go, but it's not gonna get to 2K by this. You gotta get on here and get even traffic, okay? Me and Yesenia, we can work in double time. Yesenia's on live, I'm on live, we giving the tea. We do, at the very least, do a trick, bitch. I go. It's not just gonna get to 2K with you just sitting here asking for some change with some flowers. You gotta do better. If you're trying to get 300s like Yesenia, you gotta do better than that, Tortellini, okay? The best your girls got you is on 100, okay? We in the lead with a $300 donation. In fact, we got another 100 over here, another 100 over here. Do better, bitch, because they are outdoing you right now. It's not giving, your girls are not fucking showing up for you right now. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's giving the bare minimum. The catfish bits. It's like a live auction. Yes. Show everyone your Pilates dance for the crowd. Do something. You gotta do something. Then foresee you're stiffing your audience. No lives for a whole month on your paid memberships. And then you're asking for some more. And you're not even gonna show up. But you gotta do something. These donations not just gonna land in there. Okay? Not the Bodicita picture Julia used. Courtroom number, please. I am going. I don't know if we have one yet, actually. It wasn't on the notice. It wasn't on the notice, so I'll have to check. But if you pull up to the Travis County Courthouse that morning, they should be able to direct you. You just got to give them the name. And probably there should be a docket at the courthouse, which tells you which courtroom. Not the horse, yeah. Bam Bam, can you make us an AI video of a horse race, but make it like the GoFundMe race? That would be funny. And why is she asking for more than Yesenia? Because she's competing with her. There's a reason she put her goal to 25 to 2,600 and Yesenia's is 2,400. It's strategic. Oh, we just got the trigger ready video. Let me show it to you. Okay. I stay in Travis County. I know that makes her feel a type of way, y'all. The reason she reached out to her audience is because she knows she doesn't want to be there alone. She knows that there are potential people that don't like her that are going to show up, and that makes her feel a type of way. All right, let me show you. I know horse could carry torta. Okay, look, this is what I got for the trigger ready video.
So, yeah, but they have. It was before we went to New York. They did a cross path, and that was scary for me. I was like,
At Emma Earn Child 57 cent $4.99 Chiefs Maybucks. Annie, give us a visual of 3 race on the whiteboard lower.
We're gonna have to pull in the whiteboard for this case soon.
Cause me, bitch, I ain't going line. I'm trigger ready, bitch. Low key, high key. You know what I mean? So I think I probably do need a paper trail. But here's the thing, I didn't get the audios. But you talk shit about me. So, oh, that makes sense. What is your Facebook page under? It's the same name. It's the same as all my social. It's JULIAAG1111.
Yeah, just want to have to explain that one as well. We did include the trigger ready with the hand motion. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, we did. I can't believe Julia has a GoFundMe. Honestly, I was shocked to see it as well. Especially when she was just trolling Yesenia the day before. And now she's on here asking. We're not the ones. I've never seen Yesenia act like she's got it like that. I've never seen Yesenia out here, you know, buying designer, taking trips, and then get on here and say, oh, but I don't have $2,500 to retain an attorney to defend myself. You know, we would expect Yesenia. I wouldn't expect Yesenia to have, you know, all that on the dime, especially when she has a family to provide for. She has a child. They actually have a child, right? Not like fucking Jacob that pretends to have a child when it's convenient for them for some type of benefit. The only child he's providing for over there is the torta, and we know she makes it for like 10. But what is your excuse for being two able-bodied adults living in Texas with access to all sorts of opportunities, and y'all don't have a savings account for $2,500? You don't have, like, what's going on? You have, and you know what? Let's take a quick look at Soft Life really quick. Let's take a quick look at Julia's lifestyle. Because something is not adding up. All right, she just, you know, out doing the thing. Oh, is that Louis Vuitton hanging off of her shoulder. I think it's a tiny little purse for a big ass bitch. Girl, get a bigger purse. It makes you look bigger. It makes you look bigger to carry a purse that tiny. Those are for little petite girls. Always eating. Always out, you know. I swear there's a lot of designer in here. Soft Life series. She's at Pilates. This is the same girl on the GoFundMe, by the way. Getting her hair did. Eating that good. That steak. Eating some more. Okay. The fucking, I don't know what the fuck this is. More Louis. Another Louis bag. How you got a Louis bag but you can't afford a retainer? Damn, bitch, put those Yetis away. Sorry. Girl, quit fucking lying. Your man does not look like Fernando Colunga. Absolutely not. The disrespect. Ew, get out of here. All right. Oh, she gets her nails did. Oh, she's got an iPad. She's got a Mac. She's got the fucking fancy makeup. That shit is expensive. You flaunting all that name brand, but you don't got 2,500s? A lot of purses back there. Maybe you could sell some of them. Put them on Facebook Marketplace. My baby mama Sabrina knows she could teach you a trick or two on that. She'd be selling her old shoes and shit on there. Yeah. Luxury. Doesn't she live at the luxury? What's it called? The Lenox Grand? Expensive. Luxury apartments. Yeah. Another Louis. I think that's the third Louis I've counted. Damn, girl, you got hella Louis. I don't even got Louis. You got it like that, but you don't have $2,500? Okay, more purses. Ugh. Sorry, I was jump scare. A lot of soft life. I just know soft life doesn't involve a fucking GoFundMe. Oh, look, Starbies. Starbies is, yeah. I don't know, guys. This is just giving another name brand. More Louis? Bitch, that was just on May 18th. How you shop at Louis, but you want to GoFundMe? A Louis. All I see is name brand. All I see is name brand. I'm shook. Another Louis? So your man takes you shopping at Louis, but he don't got you for a fucking retainer? How? I don't know. This is, you know, this is her aesthetic. More Louis, more designer, shopping designer. But we don't have $2,400 for a retainer. I don't know. It's giving scam. More Louis. How many times does she use the same clip of him at fucking Louis? I think I've seen this clip in 4 different videos. This tells me you don't go there very often. How come you have the same clip of him at fucking Louis in 4 different videos? We get it. He went to Louis. Another Louis. Damn, girl, you got it like that, but you want to GoFundMe? No, I don't know. And how the fuck he's shopping at Louis, but you're still on that 2007 Tundra? A Coach over here? I spot a Coach hanging off her bag. I don't know. It's just something's off here with this aesthetic. And then needing a fucking GoFundMe. Right? Now, mind you, the other party, let's go look at the other party that's on a GoFundMe. Oh, I love to see people sharing her GoFundMe. I love it. Looks like Carol C just posted. All right, really quick, before we check out the other party. Wait, does Torta need to GoFundMe? So she doesn't have to pay out of her own pocket for the fuckery she's been doing? Yo, my internet is bugging. Annie, what's your email so I can send you a link? Bestie, I promise I will have it. Thank you. Pilates isn't cheap. She blocked me. Where can I report? What is going on with my internet? All right. First, let me show you the other party that's on a GoFundMe, okay? Over here. Also, can we check out the GoFundMe amount? What's her GoFundMe at? To prove she got shooters. The only shooters she has are in fucking prison, bitch. Ain't you good at shooters if they ended up caught up, huh? I don't have Louis. I don't have Fendi Prada. No, ma'am. I invest my money. I got 5 kids. Most I got is tooths. I don't got it like that either. Johnny Joe, bitch. Johnny Joe. But you know what I do have is attorney money. I may not have Louis, but I'm not on here asking for attorney's fees, am I? Johnny Joe me atrevía tanto, okay? Why is my GoFundMe okay lagging? Somebody check. Okay, so then we have Yesenia over here. Okay, this is the other party that has a GoFundMe. She lives in Mexico. She lives very humbly. Okay, she lives in a small town. She has the same lights my teenagers do. That's okay. You could catch some straight stews, Yesenia. See, I'm biased here, okay? Or I'm non-biased here. Look, she's got a little piggy bank. Okay, she's got a little piggy bank because she lives a humble life. You see how she doesn't pretend to have what she doesn't have? She lives within her means. Okay, she lives within her means. She be making that huevito for lunch. Okay, digging into the piggy bank again. Okay, very humble livings over here. You see how we don't act like we have it, like we don't? So when we come forward and we need some help, it's not a fucking scam because we live within our means. Okay? So this party wasn't planning on being harassed for 4 years. Okay, you see how she has this is very demure. You see how she doesn't flash off her fucking name brand purse because it's not name brand? This is very demure. Okay? She's not trying to make you feel like you're less. She's not rubbing it in your face. You see that? That's very demure. You see how she spends her Saturday mornings? She's not out here shopping at Louis Fendi Prada on Saturday mornings, okay? She'd probably be going to the pulga. That's okay. You see how this is the other party that has a GoFundMe. It makes sense. You see how she has a baby? You see how she has other priorities that maybe didn't involve taking some fat, crazy lunatic to bitch or to fucking court? Yeah, okay? She lives very humble. Okay, so that's why I feel okay about her coming forward, and that's why me personally, bitch, I felt okay donating because I can understand why this person doesn't have $2,400 laying around for some unforeseen legal expenses. Okay, that's why I can understand why somebody like this would need a GoFundMe to cover this. She's not out here spending like a dumbass. Okay, she's taking care of her kid, she's taking care of her home, and she's out here hustling. In fact, aside from doing what she's got to do, she sells a little bit of sushi, okay? She'd be selling a little bit of sushi, make some extra money on the weekends. Those are the types of people I personally don't mind supporting because I know they're not sitting on their ass waiting for people to take care of their shit, okay? So on weekends, she'd be going out, she'd be selling her sushi. Look, she'd be shopping at the tianguis, very demure, very humble. Okay, very humble. You see how she doesn't carry around name brand? She shops local. Okay. There's a couple vlogs here. You see how she sells sushi? You see how she gets up and she does fucking something with what she has? She doesn't sit around her fat ass in the corner talking shit about people for a living. Okay, she gets up and she works and she makes pesos. Okay, we wouldn't expect somebody that's earning in pesos to be able to afford an American lawyer. Okay, that's why it makes sense. What doesn't make sense is the other bitch living in Texas without working because she doesn't fucking want to or need to. No kids to support. Her man got it like that. She's shopping at fucking Louis Vuitton every other week. That don't make no sense why a bitch like that is asking for help. We would understand why somebody like Yesenia is asking for help. And that class is why if we're going to donate, if you got to pick a side, you're going to pick this side, okay? That's why we're going to help over here. And you know what? And with so much less than Julia, she's still fucking happier. And that's what drives Julia up the fucking wall. Because you could buy all the fucking Louis you want. You can flaunt all you want. You could buy your name brand. You could have your luxury apartment. And you're still fucking empty inside. Because you ain't got no friends. You ain't got no family. You ain't got no kids. Your man's out there cheating on you. Probably fucking gay. That's why she zones in onto Yesenia. Because with as humble as Yesenia lives, she still has more than fucking Julia will ever have. Shit you can't buy. She may not have money to go shop at fucking Louis and do this or that, but she still has more than Julia will ever have. And one of those things is motherhood. Yeah. Yeah. Julia is still as empty as her fucking womb, bitch. Absolutely. All right. Have we checked into Yesenia's? Yesenia's at 2,000. Love that for her. 2,091. And then sit with it in your closet. Yeah, Torta, if you hear, just ask Candace. She got it like that. Just ask Candelaria. And that, friends, is the way the cookie crumbles. And that, friends, is the way the soft life crumbles. It didn't take much. It didn't take much to fucking knock down that soft life. Like, not much at all, bitch. Will Julia need to surrender her pew-pew? Probably. If she actually has one. I guess she'll need to confirm if she actually has one or if she was just also fronting for the gram. Aglam Diaz Vesti, thank you so much. You just sent me a $10 Zelle. That gets you onto, and I need to catch up with my other super chats for the giveaway on Friday. Thank you so much, Bestie. Shopping at Louis Vuitton when she lives in an apartment driving a beat-up old car just to flex online that she's living a soft life is wild. Diabolical. Like, by all means, that's your money. But absolutely. And I think it's a fucked up way of influencing people to think this is how you know you've made it. It implies that if you have name brand, you have that soft life. How do you have a soft life if you rent at the age of fucking 30? Your man is close to 50 and he still don't own no fucking real estate. Let's talk about your man for a little bit, right? She likes to flaunt how he takes care of her, this and that. Your man is damn near 50 years old and he don't have no real estate. He's still renting. He's still financing a 2002 vehicle. He has no education, and mind you, he told USCIS he wanted to go back to school. Neither of you have any education, no goals, no pathway. You're living check to check, and what's left over, you're splurging, throwing down the drain on name brand. You have no investments into your future, no assets, no savings, clearly, because you wouldn't be making fucking GoFundMes. So for as much as she criticizes Yesenia for being A, B, C, or D, she doesn't have it like that either. You have nothing to show for yourself. You have no accomplishments aside getting fucking married. And what are Jacob's accomplishments? None, because he can't even say he has a trophy wife. That man has to deal with the social criticism every time he walks out the door with her of what is he doing with her. It is what it is. That man has to go. Have you ever read the comments on her Facebook? People that are talking shit to him about, like, that's his wife. Yeah. What is your man's biggest accomplishment in life? Emphasis on big. You. And that's just not much. Both of them, the only thing they can really say they've accomplished is an arranged marriage for papers. Okay, he got a green card, cool. But outside of that, what is so soft if you still fucking renting, damn near 50, don't own shit, you don't even own your fucking vehicle, in debt, her credit score down the fucking drain, you don't have a savings account, your wife, unfortunately, is not even a trophy wife, so you couldn't even say you got a trophy wife. He has a beautiful wife. You don't have a family because you can't pop out no kids, and we all know Jacob wants kids. So what the fuck have you accomplished together? Absolutely nothing besides finally renting a fucking apartment that's out of the fucking hood. Exactly. There is some inequalities in this case, and there have been for a long time. And Julia has been taking advantage of those inequalities, right? The fact that Yesenia doesn't have the same resources, she doesn't have the same like an equal level of income or resources to be able to take her on. And that's why she's been so bold for so long. So far that she was bold enough to threaten. Let's talk about the explicit videos. Let me show those, okay? Because she says that she disputes the allegations. And one of the most serious allegations in this case is the threat that she made to post explicit videos of Yesenia, okay? Let's watch those really quick. And the reason she was so bold that she went this far, because what person in their right state of mind would publicly get on here and threaten somebody? Like, we all know that's illegal, right? Do we all collectively know that exposing explicit content of somebody without their permission is a violation of the law? Like, it's criminal. We all know that, right? Imagine being bold enough, so bold, that you made admissions that you're in possession of the video, that you've watched the video, and that you're going to release the video. Imagine. Why? Because she knew that the balance, there was a level of inequality, and she had the upper hand on Yesenia because she's not going to be able to afford a lawyer. She's not going to do shit. She's not smart enough. She's poor. She's this. All the shit we've been hearing from her for years. The reason she did that to Yesenia, because she didn't ever think that Yesenia would know how to defend herself. And she wasn't counting on Yesenia lawyering up, much less taking her ass to court. And truthfully, if I hadn't intervened, I don't think Yesenia would have known what to do. And I don't say that to like give myself credit or I did this. No, she needed help. She needed help that she didn't know how to get. And a lot of people don't even know the resources there are. Did you know, and I found this out just today, there's literally legal aid, like free legal aid. Attorneys will take your case for free for certain things. Did you know there are law firms that provide service to binational families, even people living on the side of the border? That was something I've seen in the comment section. Yesenia doesn't even live here. She doesn't have to. There's literally attorneys that take cases for binational families. Did you know that? For free. Yeah. Cookie, thank you so much.
Choose Maybox. Julia has shamed Yesenia for buying 10 pesos worth of limon. But Julia doesn't owe a Costco membership or Sam. I seen her shopping vlogs and she buys 1 or 2 store brand toiletries.
Exactly. Like stupid shit like that.
Torta just asked Candelaria if she's all about donating. Smiley face emoji.
It makes me really happy to see Yesenia's GoFundMe take off. It really does. It gives me a level of satisfaction because I know it's applying pressure to Julia. I know it's making Julia eat her words where she thought she could be bold enough to do this and Yesenia wouldn't defend herself. That Yesenia saw this. And you know what really made me sad? I have had some private conversations with Yesenia about this. And I hope she doesn't share this.
$9.99 cheese Maybox. No. Do give yourself credit.
Thank you. I hope she doesn't mind that I share this, but this made me really sad when she said, I'm surprised at how much support I'm getting because Julia made me feel really shitty about myself. Like, Julia made me feel like I was disgusting. Julia made me feel like, you know, she's been hearing Julia regurgitate this and degrade her for so long that Yesenia started to, and I get that. I understand that because as a creator that does content for a living, and sometimes I hear certain things about myself over and over and over and over and over. Yeah, it starts to get to you a little bit.
To remove my conditions on green card, I needed either fat joint account, kids born, or he adopted my daughter. The Prilly had none, hence the adopted niece.
Thank you, Bessie. So it made me sad when she told me that. She started to feel like she was what Julia had been saying for so long. And she didn't think she would have support. And she didn't think people would show up for her. And she did start to feel a type of way about herself. And that made me really fucking sad. It made me really sad for her that Julia was able to succeed in making her feel low about herself. Julia has affected her self-esteem. She's affected the way that she perceives herself. I've seen videos of Julia like spitting on Yesenia, like pretending to spit on her. That type of shit. Like vile stuff that is so degrading. And yes, Yesenia has began to internalize some of that. And I just think that's really fucking sad. Like just woman to woman. Like that's the type of shit you see in like toxic relationships. Like a man will break you down to a point where you start to feel shitty about yourself. Okay. Well, Julia's content for so many years and the way that she's degraded her for so many years, Yesenia has started to internalize some of that. And that's really, really sad. Really sad. So, yeah, I do feel happy that she's starting. I think the support that she's getting publicly through way of other content creators, through donations, through, and you know, some people might say, oh, Annie's just getting her lick back. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. And Yesenia knows that. Absolutely. I've told Yesenia this is vindication for me as well. But that aside, I feel really, like, it makes me so sad, feel sad for what she's going through as a woman. And I lived it too. Both with Julia and in other circumstances in my life where people say fucked up things about you so much so that you start to internalize it. And you guys have seen some of it. The way that Julia has degraded her. Like, so much as she gets on here and spits on her. Like, why? Why is that necessary? Why are we doing that? Why are you pretending to spit on her? What has she done to you that you need to spit on her? Why would you get on here and talk about, like, those videos? Is such a cheap shot way of harassing somebody to tell a woman, I've seen what you look like. Yesenia told me there was even a video somewhere that Julia made that Julia said, I fuck better than her. Like, comparing. You see what I'm saying? Like, imagine somebody that doesn't like you obtaining explicit content about you and knowing that person has seen you like that. Okay? Like, how invasive, how humiliating that must be. Like, for me to imagine my sex video with, I don't know, fucking Julia. Like, it just makes me sick. It makes me feel fucking violated. Okay? So this goes so far beyond just getting on here and talking shit about each other. Okay? The things Julia has done, they're fucking twisted. They're gross. They're vile. Like, they're just not normal things. Okay? There's a reason why court intervention is needed, because it's gone on so long and it's progressed with time where she feels like, well, I'm getting away with it. What's she going to do about it? Well, toma chango tu banana. Now you got to shut the fuck up. Because what we did about it is we sent someone to your fucking door. But you see what I'm saying? It's just, it's not comparable. And yes, I'm sure there's stuff that you could find where Yesenia has gone back and forth with her, this and this. You cannot compare it to what she's been up against. Her trying to talk shit back, her trying to defend herself, which is what it's been. Yesenia trying to defend herself or trying to talk shit back or trying to skirt it or say something. I mean, you can only be quiet for so long. It is not comparable. It is not comparable to what she's experienced with Julia. Okay, so I'm trying to show you some videos of the explicit videos that are in question. Class in session, the $20 Cash App, right here.
But Ruby's house, dog bed, late one night, I guess some shit went down. Yeah. There was talk about Crystalina. Victor, you say, what's the last name? I'll send a message. On a doggy bed, ho. On a doggy bed while her friend was asleep in the next room. Allegedly. Okay? No surprise there. That's not surprising at all. That's not surprising at all. So that's where the downfall. Allegedly, he even has a video and he was showing people. He has a video of his friend, PJs. And she's done 3 and then sons with these men. And that's what the whole Leñazo was about. It was not about him. It wasn't about all this other shit. It was about that man being jealous that Hector dude allegedly being jealous because she was with Pug and because he was like, you don't remember all the good times we had, and there was a 3 and then some there too. He said, okay, well then just do my friend and I'll record it. There's a video of her, who told you this, bestie, coming from inside the house. One of Pug's family members. Coming from inside the second floor, they messaged me. Yeah. Just telling people their business, or did the video get leaked? No, Pug showed his family member and friends the video. They've seen it. People have seen the video because he showed people and he was telling people, no se me paró, because I was drugged up, so my friend hit it. And here's the video. People in that house have seen PJ's back shots. Yeah, they're nasty. They're nasty. A lot of people have seen the video. I was offered the video and I said no. I said absolutely fucking not. That I don't want any parts of that. I don't want any parts of that. I said I do not want to see that. When I say this, or maybe not, I don't know. I'm just saying, if I was a mom, then maybe I would be a little bit more careful. You know what I mean? If I was a mother and, you know, I'm trying to fucking do something, I'm trying to be a good mom, I'm trying to fucking provide for my family and provide for my fucking lazy ass husband, maybe I wouldn't let my husband record me in those acts because, you know, I got eyes watching me. But, you know, at the end of the day, that's not my problem. I'm not her, she's not me. So, yeah. Only they know what could possibly be out there. I don't have access to it. So, you know, only they know what's going on. Her kid will grow up one day and could run into that kind of video. She should think of that. Well, my thing is that what she thinks that I have, which I don't have, what she thinks I have, it's been circulating. It's been circulating out there. People have seen it. It's been distributed. It's been sent. And you know what? It's been posted. I don't think that homegirl knows it's been posted. But, you know, I think, to be honest, right, before we move on and we get into my epiphany, I think that más que nada, she's shocked because from what I know about the thing that she thinks that I have, which I don't, again, I don't have that. But I did get sent the site to go see it. You know, but again, that's not me. That's none of my business. I don't have access to that. You know what I mean? It's not downloaded or nothing, but it is uploaded somewhere. I don't think she knew about that because she looked kind of shook. But I will say this, right? The reason I think that she's fucking shook and she's fucking nervous and she's trying to like project on me, like it's my fault, is because the person who took that video is her husband. So for it to be posted somewhere, distributed and shared, well, you have to go back to the owner of it. Because that's really weird. If Jacobo records a video of me and then all of a sudden it's everywhere, I have to think, well, fuck. He was the only one who had it. It was on his phone. So either he sent it to somebody or he shared it with somebody or he posted it. Maybe he's making some money off of that. I don't know. Maybe that's a little side hustle that he has. But, yeah, I have to go back to the source. And the source is my man. The source is her man. So I'm pretty sure that's why she's all fucking shook because your man betrayed you, homie. Your man betrayed you. So you might want to check on that because, you know, we know that he respects you. He loves you and he's a provider. Like, all, you know, everything that she does about him. You got to check in with him because he is the source. He was a cameraman, homie.
The fact she's even talking about this is disgusting. Ask herself why she's even involved in any of this. Why she described the video in detail, if it exists. I haven't asked. I'm not going to ask because it's not my business. Why are you giving it airtime so people go and look for it so she's humiliated? And if it doesn't exist, why are you putting content on this? To mindfuck her. To mindfuck her, to threaten her, to try to make it seem like it's not me, but it's there. You know the site where it is. You describe it in detail. So you've obviously consumed it if it exists. Why would you do this to any other woman? Like, why? There's just nothing Yesenia could have said to ever justify this type of content being made about her by another woman. Okay? This is exactly why we're here today. You just can't justify it. Okay? Yesenia's on an OnlyFans. She doesn't do explicit content. Okay? So imagine what it would feel like to have a creator with the size of a platform dangling that shit over you. Okay? And there was more comments and posts made about this in her member wall where she threatened to post it. Where she had something where, you know, Yesenia said something that pissed her off. So she brought up the video again as a way to make Yesenia shut up, not reply to anything that she was saying. So Juliaag could continue talking shit freely making money off of talking shit about her, humiliating her without Yesenia saying anything back or defending herself. She's fucking twisted. It's sick. Like, and this is unlawful. This is what I'm talking about. It goes far beyond just getting on here and going back and forth with somebody on TikTok. Okay, when you're doing this type of shit, when you're communicating with her family members, you're communicating with people that know her, with her ex, with whoever it is that you're fucking talking to in that town. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Like, why are you reaching out to people in her real life to get information on her? Why are people supposedly comfortable enough to send you links to this video? Ask yourself why. Because you've opened the door to it, to anything anti-Yesenia. Send it my way so I can publicize it and humiliate her even more. You've built, and this has been her content for fucking years. Years, this type of content. Okay? If you really dissect it, it's fucking twisted. It's vile. It's very much in line with the way her brothers, ask her, like, plug this into the fact that she has two brothers in prison, one for violating a woman and killing her in front of her children, and another one for murdering somebody else over some fucking property. Okay, she's twisted. She's wired just like them. She's just as dangerous. She's just as unhinged. She has no consideration for women, children, life, none of that. She has no fucking boundaries. She's wired the same way as those two motherfuckers rotting in prison right now for fucking murder. And that, my friends, is the way the cookie crumbles. So the request for a protective order, like I said, is just the beginning of it. But what she's done with this video is criminal. Okay? And like I said, it's in a very different realm than just talking shit. She's crossed the line into criminal activity with this. Multiple. So for the people that are on TikTok and fucking confused, oh, it's just some TikTok beef that's been going on for years. No, it goes far beyond. And she knows she's in some shit. That's why she canceled all her live streams. That's why she can't come out and talk about it. That's why she's fucking scared. That's why she knows she need a fucking attorney, because this civil case is the root, is going to be the basis for other shit that's going to happen to her. I promise you. And let me tell you, this is the same woman that publicized a picture of my naked child on Reddit pages in 2023. In 2023, when she was after me, and I was hosting a live stream, and my computer used to be right in front of my bathroom, and my child was in the bathroom with the door emparejada, and it caught a clip. She got out of the shower, the door was partway open, and they got a screenshot of my naked child through that live stream. She posted it on Reddit. I haven't forgotten about that either, you fucking weird ass bitch. And then they turned it into I'm such a shitty mom. That's what I get for live streaming instead of taking care of my child. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, some of you didn't know that. I chose not to give that airtime because it still pisses me off. But that's the type of shit people like her, she has done. Like, don't even get me fucking talking about that shit again. That's why I can tell you with the certainty that what she's doing to Yesenia, she's very much capable of it. She's fucking sick and twisted, and she has no boundaries, not even for children. Because my 3-year-old daughter got posted on that fucking Reddit group she used to run with her fucking bitches, because they caught a screenshot of her behind me on a live stream. Yeah. She's fucking sick and twisted. Not my dogs trying to kill each other. Please hold. Not my Wawa's going at it. Can she be brought on charges in Mexico? No, she's not in Mexico. So the reason the case is in Travis County is because she's in Travis County. There would be no way for her to get prosecuted in Mexico if the conduct she's not in Mexico. She's not violating Mexican laws if she's in the United States while she's doing these things, which is why the case is in Travis County.
Couple of fucking years, right? But save your fucking money because we got hit out of nowhere, okay?
Oh, let me show this one. Somebody just sent another tip to the email line. What little gem have you sent me here?
I know people like to shop. I know we're in a time where like shopping fucking makes you happy. It's been a rough couple of fucking years, right? But save your fucking because we got hit out of nowhere, okay? Usually, they let you know a couple months in advance that you're gonna be going out to the appointment. Bitch, they let us know. I think not even a month in advance. We had like a fucking couple of weeks to get our shit together and get the fuck out of here. And it was very fucking hard. We didn't have the money. Thank God though, the stimulus hit. My sister was so fucking nice enough to buy us groceries. Friends of my husband loaned us money because, like I'm saying, it sucks. You don't know how much the vaccinations cost. You don't know how much you have to fucking pay. You have to pay the fee for the actual visa, what you're gonna eat, the hotel, if you're gonna stay with people that drive you around, you know what I mean? And then the gas going. We live in Texas, thankfully, so it was an 8-hour drive to Juarez. So yeah, like, you guys save your money and make sure that you guys are fucking prepared. Y'all don't even know, my head was killing me when we went.
Not you not being prepared, Juliet. Not you not taking your own advice to save some money. In 2021, looks like you were just as broke, needing handouts to make it to your husband's immigration appointments. Remember, to save your money, you didn't save no money.
People, I know people like to shop. I know we're in a time where like shopping fucking makes you happy. It's been a rough couple of fucking years, right?
And it's gonna be a rougher couple of years for you coming up, bitch. She gonna need to save a lot. Yesenia's 91% to goal, y'all. I think she'll hit her goal hopefully by the. I know she's been live for a couple of hours too. So she's talking about the medical records, the shots. So for her husband's immigration case, he had to be up to date on his shots. So they had to go get a health assessment. He had to get a bunch of shots, all that shit. All that shit was probably pretty penny. It looks like they didn't have money back then either. It looks like not much has changed. Maybe instead of buying all that Gucci, Fendi, Louis, Prada, maybe she should be saving that money. No? She's choking on a cork right now. Honestly, yeah, she's fucking gagged. Which, mind you, there is no gag order. There's nothing restraining her right now. She could freely get on the live. The reason she's not is because she's scared, not because she can't. She doesn't have to talk about the case. She get on here and lie to y'all like she has been, like she did on Friday. But the reason she's not going live is because the bitch is scared. Yesenia's GoFundMe is at 91% to goal. Let's check the battle of the GoFundMes real quick. Juliaag's at 625. Yesenia's at 1991. You gotta do better than that. Y'all gotta donate faster. Tortellinis. Okay? Still don't see nobody donating more than 100 at a time. Okay, I'm gonna question all you weird bitches. Daisy, Anna, Samantha, Sandy, Tanny, Jasmine. I see quite a few anonymous because y'all don't want to catch the smoke for donating to this cause. That's funny. $10. Nobody really showing off for you like that. Yeah. Yesenia, on the other hand, let's take a look at all of Yesenia's donations. 100, 300, 100, 100. Definitely Yesenia's getting more support on this. Absolutely. 150. You gotta do better than that, Torta. You gotta make more accounts. You gotta make. I would not be surprised that Torta's donating to herself to make it seem like people are actually fucking with her. Nobody fucks with her right now, okay? No one's fucking with her. In the court of public opinion, she's already lost. Because everybody remembers her from the fucking Tati series, from fucking Wendy series, from the hate campaign on Annie series. Oh, people remember. People remember. And unfortunately, the English audience is who this is falling on, not the Spanish-speaking audience. Unfortunately, the Spanish-speaking audience is not going to show up for you. The people that have been following her as of recently, because she's making Spanish videos, they're not going to show up on that GoFundMe. Sorry. Sorry. She's not going live because somebody fucking checked her, and it probably was her husband. It probably was her husband, because she was all ready to go on Sunday. All ready to go on Sunday. Making hee-hee-ha-ha's and fucking meet and greet this and meet me here, there. And then all of a sudden, sorry, I can't go live. All lives are canceled. Yeah, somebody checked her, as they should have. I did, yes, I've been in touch with Pancho. I did send him the video. He asked me if I had it. And Julia wants to say kids are, she's a fucking hypocrite. Anytime I see her talking about, oh, when she's bringing up kids, just remind her she was taking screenshots of my naked children. You ever see her talking about kids, just remind her. She posted my naked child on a public forum. Yesenia's at 9171, 70 donations. Julia's at a whopping 25. Jew biter, and we didn't get that big of a head start. We only got a day head start, you know. I did see that Carol shared her GoFundMe. I was trying to catch up my man on all the cheese meat today. I want to look up some of these donors. Samantha Rocha Herrera. Let me start going after her donors the same way that she was going after my mods. Who is Samantha Rocha Herrera on Facebook? Let's do a Facebook search real quick, chat, or see if you can find her in her following. That's a very specific name. Let me make her donors a little uncomfortable. All right, class, help me with a little bit of research. Tell me if you could find her. Oh, we gotta watch this. Gato C just called out Julia for her GoFundMe. We gotta watch this. I haven't watched this yet. Okay, so let's watch it together.
Did a GoFundMe to help with her legal fees? What? So I got sent the link that takes me to this GF that's raising $2,600. It's titled Standing With Me Through Legal Challenges. As you guys know, Yesenia pressed charges against Julia in regards to cyberbullying. Looks like she's raised $510 out of the $2,600 she's asking, and this was just created about 2 hours ago. Now, it also says that the organizer is Julia Garcia. Again, we don't know if this is actually her or maybe somebody to pretend to be her. And the only reason I say that is because I haven't found the link to this via her IG, YT, FB account, or even her TikTok account. So I don't know if this is actually her. So we're just going to say it's all alleged. But again, this is in regards to the legal battle between Yesenia and Julia. Now, Yesenia also created a GF, but again, she never claims to be rich, just like Julia does, saying soft life, and her husband buys her all kinds of designer stuff, unless she's pulling an Ash Trevino, and it's just a front in regards to TikTok to make everybody think that she has it like that. Anyways, let me know in the comments. Do you think this is her? What do you guys think? Julia Garcia created a GoFundMe.
Let's repost immediately. That's funny. I know Alma is working on making another video more in detail, covering all the drama, where it started, what's been going on. I hope that will help. I don't see Connie, Ariana, or Gato's donations. We were gonna look up, did anybody find what's her bucket? Samantha Rocha Herrera. Let me see what I can find on her. I'm about to go on a public shaming spree of all these donations that are going towards helping Julia defend the atrocity she's been committing on Yesenia. Samantha Rocha Herrera. Nobody. Let me ask my spy what she could find on her. Let me see if I could find her. God, I was gonna DoorDash her to make her feel. Did you guys notice that fucking Jacob showed up with a piece of pie after she got served? You know that bitch's fucking sugar levels dropped. Comfort food because she was stressing. I can't find Julia's GoFundMe to report. It is right here. If you want to report her GoFundMe, it's right there. Okay, there is posts. Mind you, she doesn't have a lot of members on YouTube. Her engagement's very low. Even her most recent video, her most recent post about not being able to go live only has 171 likes, 65 comments. Like, she doesn't have a lot of people over there. All right, I'm looking for a Samantha Rocha in her YouTube comments right now. All in favor of doxing her fucking donors, say aye. How's it feel, Torpa? Remember when you were doxing my mods and my followers for just supporting me? All right, I'm gonna publicly shame yours for donating to your GoFundMe. Just hang tight. If you're gonna donate to her GoFundMe, I suggest you donate anonymously or I will be looking you up, bitch. Nina Gonzalez, Maritza. I don't see. A ver. Yeah, she has a very low engagement. To my spy bestie, keep an eye out for Samantha Rocha. What did we say? Samantha Rocha Herrera? What's another very specific name on the GoFundMe? Let me look. Now everybody's saying aye. A ver, we have a Samantha Rocha. We have a Daisy Anguiano. Tania de la Torre. Oh, did we find her? Oh, we found her. A ver, here we go. Oh, bestie, you good. Okay. So first on the chopping block is Samantha Rocha to the front. All right, class, here we go. All right, this is Samantha Rocha. Her username is, come on, hold on. Fuck. I needed to scroll up a little bit. Oh, okay. Right here. 2 seconds, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. Ándale. I don't know why the bar at the top won't move so I can crop her username. All right, I'm gonna type her username into the chat because it's pissing me off. It's Samantha. IG Samantha underscore 6013 underscore. And I'll show you what the all right, this is Samantha Rocha. She donated how much? $50 to her GoFundMe. Samantha Rocha is a supporter of online stalking, harassment, cyberbullying, and digital violence. Okay, go leave her some love. Who's next? Next on the chopping block is gonna be, we have an Ana Martinez. Tania de la Torres is spelled uniquely. This one will probably be easier to find. Jazmín Penado, also another one. Brianna Alemán, Fatima Palma. Oh, this is a good one. Azucena Michael. Let me look through some of her YouTube comments. Make them stand on business for supporting her. I hope they're ready to hold ground the same way my mods had to a few years ago. Mayra Navarro. A ver, is she in here? Got you, bestie. A ver, oh, there she is. All right. All right, here is, take a screenshot. Okay, this is Mayra Navarro on YouTube. Her YouTube name, I'm going to tag it here. M-A-Y, Mayra Navarro, 3021. Has been her member for 1 year and 6 months. Okay, ¿quién más? Muerte Dulces. You got us, we got you. Cindy Sol. They're all blocking their shit. They're all privating their shit immediately. What's wrong? I thought you guys were gonna hold her down. Angie. I'm looking for, where's my $100 donor? I'm looking for Ana Martinez. I'm sifting through her YouTube comments. I mean, damn, you guys are fast. Are you finding are you finding these on her following list? Damn, bitch, you was fast. Oh, here's Tania de la Torre. Hold on. You bitches are fast. Okay, Tania de la Torre donated, I believe, 20. Hold on. Stop, you're going too fast, bitch. Damn. Okay, hold on. Here's Tania de la Torre. Take a quick screenshot. She donated 40. Okay, Fatima Palma. Let's see. This one right here that donated 20. Here's Fatima Palma on Insta. Quick screenshot. All right. Brianna Aleman donated 20. Oh, she's public. Of course she's a fucking torta. Sorry. She's public. Oh, look, she has a business. We should check that business out next. Okay, who else is next? Damn, Bessie, you was fast. Here's Tanya. So there's four tortellinis that donated to her GoFundMe. I want to go check out this girl's Brianna Aleman. Let's go look at her business. Let's go leave the business some love. Wait, am I blocked? The podcast host of it. I think she has me blocked. Brianna, 2 N's. Oh, Brianna already has me blocked. Why, bestie? Wait, how is this possible? I've never even seen you before. Yeah, so Brianna already has me blocked. I can't see what her business is. Bree Creates TX. All right, let me look up. Bree Creates. Torta, are you sure you want to bring your besties into this right now? All right, so this is the business of one of Brianna that just donated. Brianna donated $20 of her hard-earned money through her business, making balloon arches, backdrop rentals, and more. She's located in Fort Worth, Texas. So your business supports stalking and harassment of other women online? Send. All right. Release the Kraken, besties. All right, who's next? Yeah, Torta, are you sure you want to bring in your besties into this? Because no one's off limits for us. Are you sure you want to bring them into this publicly? I don't know. Not one of you already liking my comment. Her Pilates friends donated? Where? Where? Find me a Pilates friend. Brenda Acosta, we watched her podcast earlier. It's at the beginning of the live. Yeah, we got the Bree Creates rentals. I wonder if Bree will be going to the meet and greet since she lives in Texas. Who else? My mods are having a ball because this is payback. They did this shit to my mods. Okay. For no reason. Native Rain, thank you so much for gifting memberships. Damn, Samantha Rocha Herrera, I just got an email. You're getting doxxed already. That's too bad. I just want to make sure people stand on business for what they support. If they want to have Torta's back, I hope they're ready for the public backlash of what they're backing. Every woman on here donating to Torta is supporting online stalking, harassment, and digital violence against Yesenia. And we all know that's what it's been. You can lie to yourself all you want. Her followers, we have all been witness for years what this came down to. And even if Yesenia had done A, B, and C, you got to draw the line at another woman threatening to expose explicit videos of somebody else. Yeah, so those of you that are donating on here, just be ready to get doxxed. Get ready to be put on the spotlight and to stand on business for what you're publicly supporting. Absolutely, we will be public shaming. Absolutely, we will be looking up your businesses the same way you guys looked up my mods for just modding my live streams. The same way you guys doxed where they were working, their husbands, pictures of their children. Oh, prepare to be sick of me. Prepare to get my lick back. I don't give a fuck if these girls weren't even around back then. Torta, you sure you want to put your girls out? You sure you want to put them out on the line like this? For you? To pull in those $2,500? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. What a selfish thing to do. Knowing what I'm capable of. Because I'm crazy, remember? What a selfish thing for her to do, to ask her girls to get on the line for her. Yesenia's GoFundMe is at 92% to go. She's at $21.96. Love that for her. Shame, shame, shame. Let me clock in. Let me see. Is Yesenia still live? You guys want to watch Yesenia's live stream? I hope she's still alive. Ah, she's not live no more. All right, but she did clock in a few hours today, okay? She's doing some work. I hope Yesenia's sister-in-law isn't communicating with Torta. She is. That's where Torta's been getting a lot of information. Is people in Yesenia's hometown that don't like her for any reason. I don't have all the details of that shit. I really don't care. But they don't have anything to do with this, right? They have nothing to do with this. And I actually think that's part of the sick behavior of Torta linking up and reaching out to people in her hometown to see what else and what other information she could get of her to humiliate her and monetize off of humiliating Yesenia. Her matcha fund. Yep. Just make sure when you donate, you're ready to get the public backlash for donating to this. Alright, let me look at my stream health. Oh, we doing good. We doing good over here. Yesenia's nervous. Yes, Yesenia's nervous. I would be too. Look, court, no matter how confident you may feel, court is nerve-wracking. Court is an emotional toll. Imagine how bad it has to get for her to have to resort to this. Yeah, I've been there. It's not a fun thing. Even with support, even with, you know, an attorney, like, this shit is intimidating. So I hope that the support that Yesenia is getting you know, makes a difference for her. I know for a fact that's making the other side feel a type of way. I know for a fact that's making her feel a type of way. I love to see this. I'm actually refreshing this GoFundMe every few minutes. She's at 2206 now. She's 100 and something from her goal. Public shame. Oh, not me monetizing, making your life a living hell, Torta. I love this for me. Love this for me. Not me monetizing off of your downfall. Oh, this was owed to us, okay? Y apenas empecé a cobrarle, okay? Tengo muchas que cobrarle. Torta mentioned she's communicating with someone using his husband's family. I don't know. It could be true. It could be true. I wouldn't doubt it. That's the type of shit she does. She was linked up with fucking Michelle and Sabrina. And allegedly with Walter after we fell out. That's the type of shit she does. She looks for her enemies' enemies to become her friends. And that's some weak shit. Because she can't do it on her own. We heard her voice memo back in the day when she was asking for help for all the shit she was doing against me. One thing about her is she's a big bitch, but she's small inside. She can't move alone. She needs help. And that's why she's always seeking these creators, you know, enemies or people in real life. And I've seen that happen time and time again with me. My enemies always end up besties. Bitches that I fall out with always end up in cahoots. Because they got to team up. They got to team up because that makes them feel, you know, like they can intimidate you that way. That tells you how intimidated somebody is by you, that they need reinforcements. God, I've been living that my entire life. My entire life, it's always been a tandem of bitches, a group of bitches, always, always, always. So yeah, Torta reaching out to Yesenia's ex, her fucking ex's new baby mama, the wife, quien sea, the fucking sister-in-law. And mind you, Yesenia talks about who she has beef with, right? I've seen Yesenia talk about her having beef with her sister-in-law. So what does Torta do? She goes out to find the sister-in-law. Now, ops will always be linking up. Always. Look at my sister wife right now. All over troll pages. She's real bold for that one, okay? Sabrina, dear sister wife, do you miss me or do you want to be on the whiteboard next? A or B? A or B, because we could do both. You know how long people have been asking me for a Sabrina and Michelle whiteboard series? You know what I think triggered her? recently for her to come out publicly on the troll pages is when I gave the story time of how I almost had her arrested last week. I just know that triggered her, bitch. I just know she doesn't like when I talk about when I slashed her tires or when I was this close to getting her in jail on some fake charges. Yes, I was. I think that triggered her, and that had her coming out on the troll pages getting lippy. Sabrina's moving real bold right now. For where she's currently standing in the U.S., I just don't know what got to her enough to come. We could do both. We could do another whiteboard series. I don't have time this week, okay? I got to do case by case. I've been meaning to do a whiteboard series on myself, which would include all of my history with Sabrina, all the 911 calls she made trying to get me in jail, and vice versa. You know, it was fucking messy. But I always see people that don't fuck with me gravitate towards other people that don't fuck with me, right? Sabrina following all my TikTok ops. Carlos, the wife, Alondra, anybody I've beefed with, Sabrina's following them right now on TikTok. Sabrina, do you want to do this, baby girl? Dear sister wife, think this through. You're not in a position to be publicly outed again. And I'm saying that with like the most empathy in my heart for her, because if I do another series on her and our beef, it's not going to end well for her. This new administration does not have she's just not set up. She does not have the status to be getting bold on the internet right now. Her and her family, like, I just would not be coming out. Like, I'm a messy bitch. And back in the day, I used to have, you know, some kind of grace for her. Because she came forward and, like, apologized and told me what happened with the fucking ice and shit. But I'm not protecting Sabrina if we get into it again on social media. I'm not going to tell people not to report you because you are very much undocumented, right? I'm not going to stick up for you no more. Okay, so when somebody sent that shit to me today and I was like, what is she doing? What are we doing, sister wife? Okay, oh yeah, look, if Sabrina, and this is how I know, like, that is a sensitive topic for her, probably what I brought up last week about she was this close to getting arrested at her job because of me. And yes, they were some fake charges, okay? I was this fucking close to getting her. She would have had an ICE hold on her. She would have had an ICE hold. She would have been placed into deportation proceedings. The same shit that happened to Walter, right? So I know it's a touchy subject when I joke around about her tires getting slashed and all the shit I did to her. Okay, but we both did shit to each other, right? Ya pasó. Like, I don't talk about it much anymore. And honestly, for as much as people have been begging me for a Sabrina Michelle series, I just kind of never really wanted to go back and to, like, rehash all that shit. Because I'm sure it would create more drama for all parties involved, right? But I'm also not opposed. I'm not opposed. If Sabrina wants to get bold on here and come forward and start doing this shit on social media again, she's got a lot more to lose than I do at this point. And has. The GoFundMe link. Okay. Which one? Yesenia's? She's almost a goal. Sabrina's undocumented. Her whole family is. Yeah, imagine the fucking audacity. Imagine the audacity that they were all undocumented when they were reporting me to ICE. That's why I said she is not in a position to be gambling with this right now publicly. And I say that with like a lot of love in my heart for my sister wife, but I'm not. If I do a series on Michelle and Sabrina and her family will end up reported to ICE, I promise you. So I haven't really wanted to go down that, right? Like, I'm really not an evil, vindictive bitch like that, even to people that did it to me. But I'm also not opposed to, like, I'm not gonna actively protect her either. You know, it's why I just haven't really wanted to give that topic focus. Like, I've left it behind. Every now and then it gets brought up, but yeah, if she wants to come forward and, like, make this publicly messy again, I promise, like, it's not going to end well for her and her family. We saw what they did to her the first round where they were reaching out to her job. They were blasting her. It would happen all over again. And especially under the current administration, you just don't have that position to be gambling with this type of shit publicly. If I recycle those stories, even with the fucked up shit that I did, if I recycle you reporting me to ICE, and all that shit, there's just no way, you can't justify it. You know, so if I start regurgitating that, if I get on her and make it serious about that, it's going to send all that shit her way again. I wouldn't gamble that with having undocumented family members under this administration and myself. And that's what, when I saw that today, I was just like, girl, you're in danger. You are in I have nothing to lose. Promise you. I have nothing to lose. And I think that's truly what bothers, you know, people that I've had beef with in the past. I do know that people from my past, like Sabrina and Michelle, I know they are very much in support of people flagging down my university, like still waiting for me to get fucked somewhere along the way.
61 has purchased a membership.
Copy link. Oh, here is Yesenia's GoFundMe. I was trying to find the shorter link. Okay. Let me know if that works. Yeah. Anyway, not too much on my sister wife, okay? Not too much on my sister wife. I know I'm a touchy subject for her. I know she's still preying on my downfall. And I know, you know what and this is ultimately why she's kind of on my radar. Sabrina has played me a couple times, okay? And she almost had me last year. Sabrina and I were in contact last year, and I was this close to allowing my kids to go hang out with her and her kids. Okay, she reached out to me when I was in Colombia. I believe I reached out to her initially at the beginning of the year. Told her my kids would be in Utah if she wanted to get the kids together because they're siblings. She replied when I was in Colombia. And she was like, hey, I know the kids are here. Would really love to see them. Can we do a play date? Obviously with my family, right? I was this close. I called my family and I asked them if they would facilitate a visit. And they said, fuck no. They didn't want to deal with her. Okay. I talked to my mom and my mom was like, I don't trust her. I don't think it would be doing anything good for the kids. It's going to trigger them, this and that. Shortly after that conversation with my parents, with my mom and my sister, I saw Sabrina engaging in some of those fake accounts. And I was like, it was a huge red flag for me. I'm like, how the fuck are you pretending to be cool with me, asking if the kids can get together, and you're over here engaging on some bullshit on TikTok about me, right? So it's not a huge deal, but it made me like red flag. I ghosted her. When I saw her on TikTok doing shit like that and then trying to meet up with my kids in Utah, I was like, absolutely the fuck not. This is when my mama said, don't trust the bitch. My mom was like, you may trust her. You may have forgiven her. We haven't. And my mom was always right. I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt, even Sabrina. Sabrina's done me dirty a couple times since she came forward, apologized, and we patched things up. But she's always like low-key doing shit behind my back, still trying to, I don't know. She's so weird. That's why I'm like, how the fuck were you over here acting cool with me? We were going to get our kids together, and then the whole time you were on TikTok, like engaging with all this fucking hateful content, linking up with these crazy bitches. It just makes no fucking, right? So I ghosted her. She never heard from me again. I didn't explain to her what I just fucking ghosted her. Because I was like, there's no way I'm letting my kids meet up with her when she's over here in cahoots with all these crazy bitches on TikTok, you know, doing all this crazy shit. So I just ghosted her. And then I saw her keep popping up on those fake pages. And just recently today, somebody sent me a screenshot of her commenting on one of those fake pages trying to target the university. And I was like, okay. So I shouted her out on Instagram. I said, do you miss me? Or do you want to be on the whiteboard next? We could do a whiteboard series. But I just don't think, I'm really not that malicious. I'm really not. If I do a series on Sabrina, people are going to mass report her and her family to ICE, I promise you. And I'm just not like, don't want to give that energy. I really don't. I think it's bad juju. But I'm also not opposed to checking her again. Because why are you still here? Why are we still doing this a decade later? Right? She went her way. I went mine. Things didn't work out trying to get our kids together. I can see you're still, you know, actively just kind of resentful, like engaging in that type of content about me. Obviously, I wouldn't feel comfortable giving you my kids. Because then how the fuck do I know? Like, her intentions seem kind of off to me. If you're trying to get together with my kids, but then you're on these troll pages doing weird shit like that, you know? So that was a fuck no for me, and I ghosted her. And then recently I've seen her come out, and I can only think that what triggered her was maybe last week, where I was giving the story time. We did a little bit of story time about the tire slashing, about me trying to get her in jail and shit. Maybe she hasn't gone over those things out, but we already talked about that. We talked about it and we called it cool, right? When she admitted to me, she had me handed over to ICE. I said, all right, I slashed her tires and I did some crazy shit. I almost had you in jail. We even Steven. No more stickers. Sabrina girl, I'm telling Bam Bam. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't find like substance. I'm not opposed if I gotta go back. Like, if Sabrina wants to publicly beef again, we could publicly beef again. I just don't see her. I just feel like she has more to lose, and I really don't wish her ill. I really don't. I think I'm over it. Lo que pasó, pasó. You know, like sometimes I tell story time. Sometimes we can laugh about it. She's gone her way. I've gone mine. So it's just kind of crazy to see her and Michelle still in the shadows of just watching and waiting to see, you know, if people can perjudicarme, engaging in content tailored towards, you know, attacking my university and trying to get me expelled is really fucking weird. And you know what? And you know what the root of this is? Sabrina always wanted to be an attorney. She's been a paralegal for as long as I can remember. So I can only think that me getting a law degree, it probably has her feeling the type of way. I don't know, just my speculation. I try to understand why people do what they do. And I'm like, why is she engaging in this content about my university? And then I was talking to one of our friends from back home, one of her old friends actually. She was like, well, you do know Sabrina always wanted to be an attorney. Could never make it happen. Because one, she's not documented. She can't afford law school. So she's been a paralegal for many, many years. And I hope she's doing well, right? But I couldn't help but think, yeah, it must make her feel a type of way to see me out here moving in that direction. I refreshed Dorta's page. Suddenly she has a $200 donation. Her donations are coming in to try to stick it to us, okay? I promise you her donations are not coming from support. Her donations are coming from counter support. Her donations are coming from, we're gonna show them. By all means, but our focus should be on getting Yesenia to hers. Not a good look. Yep. She's been obsessed with you the way she keeps up after all these years. I mean, I don't know what else it is. I can tell you I haven't kept up with her. I don't even know if she's on social media. She's never been a big social media person. I don't keep up with her or Michelle. I don't, but I've always felt like I think they still watch my stuff. If I was them, I think I would watch my stuff. Why? Because they formed a part in me getting here, right? So I think they have an inability to stop watching my journey. They are just as invested in my journey as I just think they're old. I don't know why, but they are invested in my journey, right? I think they're still watching, hoping that que me vaya mal. I don't think they're watching me to see me do well, which is why they follow the troll pages, right? I think they still participate privately in some of these troll pages themselves. I remember during the hate campaign, and this is how I know Julia got in connect with her, pictures that Walter had taken of me in my underwear surfacing on those troll pages. And I don't believe it's something that Walter was leaking himself, because I just don't see him as that type. And there are pictures that he had on his phone when he got back together with Sabrina when I lived in Utah. Okay, so there was a point in time where those images of me that Walter had taken off his phone when we were together started getting exposed on these pages. And that's how I knew Sabrina was still actively participating, or Michelle, one of the two. But entre las dos, you know, they would share all this type of shit. And so for years, they have been privately, quietly, like anytime I have some type of TikTok beef, they will go and connect with him. Sabrina's following Carlos. Sabrina's following Alondra, right? So they would quietly just like wait for me to have beef and then gravitate over there and then privately feed them information. That's what happened with Julia, right? That's how Julia ended up with these police reports. That's why these troll pages all of a sudden had pictures of me that only Walter had, pictures of me that Michelle had taken of me postpartum. Just really stupid, crazy shit like that started popping up. I was like, oh, okay. I see they're still back there, you know, quietly providing whatever they can. So if you ever want to find, you know, somebody that to be on your team, hit up Michelle and Sabrina. They're waiting patiently, literally just waiting, watching for any moment that somebody's beefing with Annie so we can go give them whatever we can so they can post it and try to get her canceled. They've been doing that for years. And it's unfortunate. I didn't think Sabrina still was. So I was a little bit disappointed in her, if I'm being honest, because especially last year, because there was a point where I thought that we would get our kids together, right? Our kids are siblings. Independent of my relationship or lack thereof with the father of my kids, there was an opportunity for our kids in Utah to spend some time together when my kids go up there every summer. So I was really disappointed in her, seeing her engage with that type of content that ultimately intervened in our kids being able to have relationships. Because how am I going to trust you to hang out with my kids in Utah and not in that you're not going to take pictures or do weird shit with my kids and then hand it over to these troll pages? You see what I'm saying? Like, why would you be making it seem like we're cool to where you're asking me if you can go pick up my kids, and then you're engaging with these troll pages, these crazy bitches that have it out for me on social media? Immediately red flagged, and I ghosted her because I'm like, she's on some shady shit again. It's the same shit she did to me when we were cool. After she reached out to me, like I have to do a whole series on these insure receipts, but she's done it to me a couple times where I give her the benefit of the doubt, and then I catch her doing some weird shit like that. So I'm like, okay, so you're just playing me. Oh, okay, so we're okay. So my kids probably will not have a relationship with her kids because we just can't get past that shady, weird way of moving that deep down todavía me desea mal. Deep down, she's not over what happened between us. And deep down, she still wants to see me, you know, get canceled or God, who fucking knows, or expelled or whatever the fuck these troll pages are doing nowadays. Anyway, so that's a little spill on my Instagram post. Yeah, you know, never give her the benefit of the doubt again. Shout out to my mom, because I remember when I had that conversation in the summer, I was really adamant that like, there's nothing bad that could come out of this, Mom. Like, the kids you know, the kids should be able to see each other. And my mom was like, no, like, there's just no need. Like, you shouldn't trust her. And then, sure enough, she was right. So yeah, when someone shows you their colors, believe them. And it's unfortunate for the kids, but I'm just not gonna put my kids in a position where, you know, I'm handing them over to people that don't fuck with me. That just makes no fucking sense. And again, it's sad, and I really was disappointed in Sabrina, and I'm still disappointed in Sabrina that she's still moving in that limelight. She's still doing shit like that, because we have had conversations privately. Like, she issued apologies. We've talked about her kids, you know. It's just kind of weird to me. It's weird to me. Michelle, I know she's fucking crazy, right? I don't expect better from her, but Sabrina's just kind of wishy-washy, and I'm just disappointed in you, sister wife. I'm disappointed in you because I thought we had moved past it, and I failed to understand the constant need to always pop up in those pages that are obviously directed at hurting me, at, you know, canceling me, at exposing me, whatever. It just shows where she still is, and I thought we had moved past that. And, you know, when I tell my story time, Sabrina, because I know you're probably gonna watch this, I know they probably might trigger you, but it's really just me. It's just part of my storytelling. You know, I always call her like sister wife de cariño. Unfortunately, I can't take out those parts of my story that are part of it. I look back on our history and I just laugh at some of those things because they were crazy things we both did to each other. But we're even, right? So she could get on here and laugh about reporting me to ICE, and I could get on here and laugh about slashing her tires. Like, it was a crazy time for both of us in our early 20s. I just really thought we were past it. So I am hurt. I am disappointed in my sister wife that she's still on that path, and that she still holds a level of resentment to that degree that she's engaging in that type of shit. And she wasn't able to put that aside for our kids. So, anyway, what more do they want from me? Exactly. What more do you want from me? I'm in another country, far the fuck away from you, doing my thing, valiendo verga en redes sociales if you want, you know, just living my life. What more could you want from me? Except que me vaya mal. You know, and that's why you're still in the shadows and those T pages waiting for all that fuckery to be posted and, oh, they're going to contact her school and, oh, they're going to contact the immigration office and blah, blah, blah. And she shouldn't be working for the government. Like, what more do y'all want from me? Julie just posted on her YouTube wall about you doxing. Oh, yeah, prepare to be sick of me. A ver, before I hop off. Are you watching us, Torta? Tortellini. Oh, look, besties, I am sorry if you're a bestie member and donated to the GoFundMe. Hold on. Look, Tortellini, what are you doing in here? So you can't go live, but you can watch our lives? Okay. Aquí les va. Okay, pa que veas, I'm not on your shit, okay? Just be getting these tips from people that don't fuck with you in here. Besties. Okay. I am so sorry if you are a bestie member and donated to the GoFundMe. You're being doxxed and attacked on a live by a certain individual. Please lock down your socials. They are sending people to harass you. I'm trying to delete the GoFundMe, but I haven't had any luck. My account is frozen. I'm so sorry, besties. Is it really frozen? You lying bitch. We're also so sorry for you, besties. We're so sorry that your liar would put you in the eye of the hurricane, knowing good and goddamn well what we're capable of over here. Julia, do you think you could issue an apology to my mods that you doxed back in 2022? Julia, do you think you could also squeeze a little apology in there for my girls that you guys doxed and went after their families and their kids and their husbands for simply watching my live streams? Julia, I wish you would explain to your following why I'm doing that to your following. I wish you would explain to them why we don't have any boundaries with them, why they're getting doxxed. I just feel like it's important context that you constantly leave out when these things are happening to you and why your fans are collateral damage, just like mine were. You know, when you were looking up where they worked and posting on the TikTok pages, when you were showing pictures of their husbands and their kids and their houses. Do you remember that? I remember. So maybe you could squeeze in there that for me, why they're being doxxed. And that you have full knowledge of this and that you still decided to go ahead and link this and drop this GoFundMe knowing I'm fucking watching everything you're doing. Yeah, I'm reporting on everything going on. And this has to remind you of what you were doing to me in 2022. Because remember, like something would happen to me. Before I couldn't even post about it, you were already making 2-3 YouTube videos about it. Yeah. Remember when I posted that my truck got repossessed, or not repossessed, impounded by the cops because Walter was driving drunk? I hadn't even shared that yet, right? Man, she went on here and she was telling people it's because they had drugs in the car. Quién sabe qué vergas. I just remember I couldn't breathe without this bitch down my neck. I couldn't do anything without her reporting and reposting and did you see this? And how does it feel that your besties can't even donate to your GoFundMe without them getting doxxed? My, how the tables have turned. Oh, yeah, I mean, I always show my sources, okay? I show my sources, and I told my source at one point that I would post this. So my source knows I'm going to post this. If you send something, unless you don't want me to show, like, include a disclosure, hey, don't show my name. But I'm pretty sure Torta knows about the Torta knows about the roaches. I mean, and they're watching her real time because, bitch, 18 seconds ago, you guys are fucking quick with it. All the screenshots I've gotten of her member post literally are in like 15 seconds ago. Torta, go eat the torta. Let us do our thing. What is Yesenia's, she's at 2216. Julia said her GoFundMe was frozen. I call bullshit. The roach coordinator got me to this one. a lot of people are raising questions. People are, look, social media's not happy about her GoFundMe. She should, for the sake of her besties, take that shit down. All right, we gotta wrap up because I gotta go potty. Oh, wait, did I miss this? Hold on. Hold on. But see, it might be with all the reporting. Good. We've all been mass reporting, but I read on the report, I'm hoping they deactivate her shit. I mean, I do know she's being mass reported. Kind of like when she was mass reporting me and Yesenia. Hey, did you know that she had Yesenia's fucking Venmo canceled for mass reporting for fraud? Trust me when I tell you that she is queen of mass reporting. So I think it's very fitting for her to get her GoFundMe mass reported. And I do think that with it being such a new GoFundMe, it should raise some flags of why they're getting so many reports. I hate having a job. Yeah, and remember, Torta also lied about being served on lives. I don't think anything she says should be, she's just not trustworthy. All right, let's take one last look. One last look at her donors. Oh, they're gonna have to turn into anonymous. Oh, there's another one. She's at 790. Lisa del Real. Let's find her. Oh, Torta, what do you mean? You're not going to turn off donations? So you know your followers are being doxxed for donating, but you're not going to turn off your GoFundMe. So you're going to let them keep donating so they keep getting doxxed. Got it. The Tortinator getting a little taste of her own medicine, and just a little bit, mind you. Just a little bit. This is just a third of what she has done to multiple women for many, many years. So, yeah, she deserves that and more. Oh, you missed it. My baby mama my sister wife is from Venezuela. That's why I said she's in no position. She's very bold to be coming out here when her and her family are, they do not, Venezuelans are not in a good place in the States right now. So like I said, I just feel like if I did a series on her, it would turn out into a bunch of mass reporting her and her family to ICE, which I'm just really not a fan of. But if we got to go there, we'll go there. But yeah, I would not be gambling with anything publicly like that, being in that vulnerable of a position. Anyway, let's wrap up, besties. I need to get ready for my patron. We have a patron in 30 minutes. Let me take a quick break and regroup. This has been a 3.5-hour live stream. As a reminder, any of you that sent in, before I jump off the live, I need to catch up on my super chats. Oh, you know what? I think it tells me I know Native Rain. Yes, I need to catch up on my super chats really quick on this live stream. Belinda, $4.99. Chio B. Hey, look, there's Chio. Chio, long time no see. Chio kind of started all this. Paulina, $42.87, sent in 2. Actually, I don't even remember what got her back on my radar. Can someone remind me? Rosalind. We got Mary M. I know Native Rain sent in a tip. Let me go check my tip line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you, Native Rain. I'm gonna have to go check out my tip website. I want to do this before I get off the live. Hey, my Maduro is out of Venezuela, so everybody, all the Venezuelans in the U.S. were fucking celebrating, Maduro being taken out. So, yeah, I mean, you should be safe to go back, my sister wife. Okay. Streamlabs. But as a quick reminder, any tips that you guys sent in will be going towards our barista giveaway on Friday. Is it Streamlabs or no? It's Stream Elements. Stream Elements. It was Chio. Was it Chio? But were we already heading that way or no? It was Chio, wasn't it? Torta. Oh, it was Chio, and then I went to see, and then she was like talking about my series with Candace and how I was obsessed and this and that. But you're right. That is actually lo que me llamó la atención, was when Chio came in here and, pues me agarró la atención, and we went to see, and then I was like, should we do a torta series? And then before you knew it, green card files. But yeah, I think you're right. Activity feed. Super chat. Where is my tips? That's crazy. Like, wasn't it when Torta started blocking everyone when they started asking questions about Canada, including Chio? Chio was her follower. And they got it. I guess Julie got triggered when her followers were agreeing with me about, the Candace series, and she got all defensive, and I guess you blocked them, and then they came over here and started making it rain, and before you knew it, we were like, you know what, let me pull the files. I don't remember why I pulled the files, actually. I don't remember. Like, how are you a double, triple undocumented person in the country and documented and calling ICE on others? I mean, in her defense, it was Michelle that was communicating with ICE, but obviously they were, in cahoots. The reason I know Sabrina's undocumented, and at first she used to lie and tell people she was DACA, but she didn't show up to Walter's immigration trial because she didn't have status. And the reason I know she doesn't have DACA is because she never graduated high school. So she lies to people and says she has DACA, but she can't have DACA if she didn't at least graduate high school. And I know she never graduated high school because I just know. So, you see what I'm saying? So she would lie about having status. And by status, she meant DACA, which isn't technically status. It's just deferred action. Chio said, oops.
$1.99 cheese Maybox. Oops. Smiley face emoji. Hand over mouth emoji.
Oh, I'm gonna have to. There is a. Sorry, I'm having a hard time finding my page setting. I want to see all my tips. Week. Did we not do tips today? Okay, so it was just super chats. Did anybody send a tip through the tip line today? Why did I think there was tips in the tip line? It wasn't, right? It was just super chats. And then the Venmos. Let me double check. Even if DACA is Venezuelan saying you can't even get a work permit, they can't get nothing. Daddy Trump said go back home. Yeah. Venezuelanos are in a weird, or not in a, good place right now. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm disappointed in her. Like, why would you come out and feel the need to jump into this bullshit again? Because it is, but at least I can say that I be getting paid jumping into this bullshit, but it's been almost a decade. At what point do we stop beefing with each other, Like, okay, like, I accepted we're never going to be cool. Our kids aren't going to have a relationship. That's fine. But I just don't understand why her and Michelle still keep up with me. I don't keep up with them. But periodically I see them pop up in content about me, right? So it's hard not to be like, well, what the fuck? What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay. Is there anybody in here that remembers sending a tip? I got all the super chats, Venmos. I'm checking my tip history. I don't see anything, but I wonder if it just hasn't refreshed. I honestly can't remember if there were tips sent during the live. And maybe they just haven't shown up, or if they were all just super chats. But I thought I remember seeing tips. Can this video be hyped? Yes, from tips. Oh, it's because tips are through Streamlabs, Mensa. Okay, got it. I got it. I gotta go pee. This has been a long live. The tip page was through a different. I got it, guys. Tipping. Here it is. Okay, I found it. I found my tips. What's today? June 8th.
At Lady Vasquez X2R sent $1.99 cheese Maybachs. Can we get one more baby cake from away?
For $1.99, you want me to sing? I don't know, bestie. Not you wanting me to sing. Okay, yeah, I don't see tips. Maybe it hasn't updated. There were no tips today, right? Tortona, happy Friday. Yeah, no, it was just super chats. Okay, got it. So I'm caught up on all on the list for the giveaway this week. Okay, so tomorrow we are scheduled to go live in the daytime. I love daytime lives way better than, I don't know. I like evening lives, but I love the morning lives better. So we're scheduled to go live at 12 p.m. tomorrow. Be here or be square. I might be on a little bit earlier. Tomorrow I got a package. I have like 10 orders to package on the online shop. So a huge shout out to you guys that have been getting the online shop up and going again. The cookie jars have been a huge hit. I just got a couple of more. I did drop a pre-sale for the Mundial Barista that's dropping on Thursday. And I only have one left. So if you want to place a pre-order for the barista, it's going to arrive, or it's going to drop on Thursday, and I'll ship them out next week. ¿Qué más? The tip line, I will keep you guys. Oh, let me check real quick before we tap out. What is Yesenia's goal at? 22-26. She's almost there. Maybe by tomorrow she'll hit her goal. I needed her to hit her goal before Torta hits hers, okay? Because I do think what she was trying to do was make it like a competition. And like, oh, let me show her that my girls are going to show up for me first type shit. Yesenia's at 93% to goal. yes, so if any of you guys want to help her close, here's her link. Patreon, we are on in just a few minutes, which is why I gotta hop off. I need to go to the bathroom, take a quick break, and regroup before Patreon. Let me go tuck my babies in. So thank you so much for joining me. The live schedule is on our wall. It's gonna be 12 p.m. tomorrow. What else? Julie, that's 790. Let her get on there and be doing what she's doing for some change, okay? She looks silly. She looks silly with a GoFundMe after all that shit she was flaunting on social media. God. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to leave this up for replay. Quick recap of everything we covered. We covered Torta's reply, what she's been doing, the GoFundMes, the goals, shared a little bit about the case. We watched some old clips. What else did we cover? We're going on a 4-hour live stream. Okay, I gotta go. Okay, I gotta run. Thank you so much for joining me. Back to your soft lives. Back to the soft lives. Those of us that live a hard life will be clocking in tomorrow at noon. Join me for some coffee and cheesemate. Thank you so much for supporting my live streams. As a reminder, any tips that you send, a minimum $10 will go towards the giveaway for your choice of either barista. This week's barista is the Valentine's from China or the traditional green. ¿Qué más? I'll catch you on the flip side. My Patreon girls be there in 20 minutes.